Vasilevsky, who, when you watch him play over the last 5 games, because he was a little shaky early, but in the last 5 games and just watching all of his saves, he once again has gotten himself to being big and quick at the same time. He gets off the post real well, gets centered to the net, and then he just becomes this humongous specimen in net where there's nothing to shoot at. He's got a very high, upright, butterfly style when he goes down, so his shoulders are literally touching the top of the crossbar. He doesn't give you a whole lot. And the other thing is his positioning is just terrific no matter where the puck is. So he gets the nod for Tampa. Igor Shesterkin will go for New York. He is over 900 save percentage in 3 of his last 5 starts. He's given up 14 over the last 135 shots in those 5 games. But I think over the course of the year, he has been a really consistent factor in a lot of the Rangers' wins and the defining factor in some of their losses in terms of keeping them in games.
That is the goalie matchup brought to you by the Macallan Double Cask 12-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey. It's the perfect balance of American and European sherry seasoned oak casks. 2 worlds, 1 Macallan, imported by Edrington Americas. Please enjoy responsibly. All right, Dave, how about some keys? What's it going to take to get it done tonight?
I think for the Rangers, a little bit what we just talked about with Tampa packing it in, that's going to be some offensive patience. So you want to keep the attack mentality there. But with Tampa playing a playoff-style defensive mode, there's not going to be as many holes in the offensive zone as the Rangers might see on a normal night in the regular season. So I think just being careful and patient with the puck in the offensive zone is going to be a big key for them. Number 2, take the ice that's given. I think the Rangers have done a better job over the last 5 games of skating the puck more into open areas and taking what the game gives them. I think it's a big key tonight because Tampa, I think, is going to give them some room as they play around at high ice. And number 3, with Tampa Bay being injured, like we just talked about, this is one of those games where you cannot let it get away from you. You're playing a depleted team. Sometimes teams play harder that way. But for New York, I think it's a matter of taking advantage of what this is going to give them.
Awesome stuff, Dave. Good test for this hockey team tonight. See if they can get it done. We'll be listening to you and Alex on the call.
All right, time to get 2 points.
Absolutely. Let us pause 10 seconds and allow stations to identify themselves on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
This is your radio home for New York Rangers hockey. This is 1050 ESPN, WEPN, New York.
That's all for us on the pregame show. I'll talk to you again during the first intermission. Coming up next, though, Alex Thomas, Dave Starman. They've got the call. Start of the Ranger 2-game road trip down in Tampa as they battle the Lightning. And New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues right after this timeout. Enjoy the game, everybody.
This has been New York Rangers game night. Rangers hockey is coming right up on the MSG Radio Network.
Experience the sophisticated taste of the best single malt whiskey in the world, the Macallan, founded in 1824. The Macallan is renowned worldwide for its extraordinary single malt whiskeys. Their outstanding quality and distinctive character reveal the uncompromised excellence they pursue. Whether your taste is sherry oak or double cask, the Macallan single malt whiskey is for you. Pick up the Macallan today at your nearest liquor store. The Macallan, the single malt whiskey against which all others must be judged. Crafted without compromise. Please savor the Macallan responsibly.
Hi, everyone. Julie Stewart-Binks here, along with former NHLer Nate Thompson. Join us on Energy Line as we share our takes, stories, and surprise guests every week. Patrick Kane, 3-time Stanley Cup champion. Team USA head coach Mike Sullivan. 6-time Stanley Cup champion Mark Messier.
With over 800 NHL games, I know a couple guys.
Biz didn't have Twitter. No one knew who he was, so I called Whit, and I'm like, how is Biz? He was like, I'm telling you right now, you're going to hate him. Then he'll be your best friend.
Listen on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts,
or wherever you get your podcasts.
Every unforgettable Rangers moment is built on passion, precision, and legacy. The same qualities that define London Jewelers. For 100 years, London Jewelers has helped generations celebrate life's biggest wins, from engagements and anniversaries to milestones that last forever. Because true brilliance isn't just seen, it's felt, shared, and passed on. From luxury jewelry to fine timepieces, London Jewelers is where moments become memories that last a lifetime. London Jewelers, celebrating 100 years of excellence. Visit London Jewelers at any of their 6 locations.
Peerless Boilers, the world's best-built boilers, are here to help with your heat and water heating needs. Hockey season is the perfect time to replace that beast in your basement, that old, inefficient boiler, with a highly efficient Peerless boiler. It's a perfect match for homes, apartments, commercial buildings, you name it. Get all the heat you need efficiently and save on your energy bill all year long. Learn more about the entire Peerless Boiler family of products and to find a local installer near you. Just visit PeerlessBoilers.com and remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
This is New York Rangers hockey.
Up top for Schneider, shot, scores! Might have been tipped in front by J.T. Miller with 2:49 to go, and the Rangers go up 3-0.
This is New York Rangers hockey.
Doan across McLeod, shoots, and a save made by Shesterkin, who hangs on.
This is New York Rangers hockey.
Off the draw, this is sent down the ice, off the stick of Dahlin, bullseye. 4-0 Rangers.
This is New York Rangers hockey. New York Rangers hockey starts right now. Now here's Dave Starman, and with the play-by-play, here's Alex Thomas.
The top road team in the National Hockey League will look to add to their win total tonight as the New York Rangers are in Tampa, Florida to open up a brief two-game road trip. It is the Rangers and the Lightning this evening from Benchmark International Arena. I'm Alex Thomas, joined by Dave Starman. And Dave, the Rangers on the road. They've won 7 games. That's tied for the most in the NHL. But the story coming into tonight is what happened 2 nights ago. The Rangers found a way to win a game at home, their first of the year over Nashville.
The beauty of it is now they don't have to think about it anymore. They don't have to hear about it anymore. They don't have to discuss it anymore. And now it's done. And now they can move on from that segment. When it comes to the road, they've been very good. They're a tight-knit group, and they're getting healthy. And to me, that's a huge standpoint. And what they've done really well on the road is they have kept it no frills straight ahead. And they brought a lot of that to that game in New York the other night. Now that they're fully healthy, I think road games get even more intriguing because now the question becomes, can you continue this dominance on the road? It's about winning battles. It's about getting a net front. It's about defending well. These are all little things that I think the Rangers are starting to do very well.
You talk about the Rangers getting healthy. Tonight, they face an opponent in the Tampa Bay Lightning that's got an all-star roster of players who are unavailable due to injury. That includes former Ranger Ryan McDonough. We found out during the warm-up tonight that includes Victor Hedman. For the Rangers, maybe an opportunity here to maybe take advantage of a team that early in the season is dealing with a lot of injuries, much like Carolina was a week ago.
Oh, this is a mash unit. Hedman's day-to-day. Cirelli returned to practice. He's out. McDonough out. Nick Paul is banged up. Dominic James out. Holmberg was questionable. Kachuk Sabrin called up. I mean, John Cooper didn't know what his lineup was going to look like until about 20 minutes ago. I'm surprised he didn't come up to the press box and just take a public opinion who should play with who here. I mean, that's where you're getting to. And for the Rangers, I think it's really important. These are points that you got to bank for late in the season when you're in those tight races. These are the games you can't let it get away. I thought the Carolina game got away from them. They were banged up. It cannot be a repeat performance tonight. It's not one of those games you circle on the calendar as a must. This game's important.
We talked this morning, Dave, with Mike Sullivan, the New York Rangers head coach, and one of the things that was brought up during that was the 5-on-5 goals allowed. Rangers defensive play has been such an emphasis. You and I have discussed it many times here for the first month of the season. Their defensive play, once again, strong on Monday, and it's been a hallmark for this team on the road this year.
A lot of what you see from the Rangers, you know what a dice looks like when you roll a 5 and it's 2 and then a 1 and a 2? From a coaching perspective, we always talk about if it gets scrambly, retreat to dice. You always want to be 2-on-2, no matter where the puck is. You want to make sure players are going through a 2, a 1, and then you got the 2 in the back. It's layers, no matter where you are on the ice. Rangers, when you watch them back on video, they've been very, very good at retreating to dice and being in that formation. So because of the fact that they're layering up, no matter where the puck is, they can always play from the inside out, and they can also create numbers advantages when they're in the defensive zone to make sure that they can kill plays early. It's the structure that Mike Sullivan's wanted. He brought it to Pittsburgh. It worked there. It's starting to take shape here in New York to great dividends.
You mentioned a healthier Ranger team as the Rangers and Lightning take the ice, led by the starting goaltenders Igor Shesterkin and Andrei Vasilevsky. One thing I want to ask you, Dave, 2 assists in his return to the lineup, Vincent Trocheck on Monday night. I mean, it just changes so much for this team to have him in the lineup.
So you get a couple things out of Vincent Trocheck. Number one is you get a really responsible two-way centerman that focuses on playing well defensively. It reminds me a lot of the way Brian Trottier used to play. It's a physical presence. He can get up and down the ice quick. He plays paint to paint, and he makes his line mates play a lot freer because they know that he is going to be the stopgap behind them.
So the Rangers got Trocheck back on Monday. Gabe Perreault made his season debut on Monday. Tonight they take on a Tampa Bay team that is missing players like Ryan McDonough, Victor Hedman, Anthony Cirelli, and Pontus Holmberg. Rangers, Dave, as you mentioned, looking to take advantage. I know you talked keys to the game in the open of the broadcast, but one thing I want to ask you, Dave, is how important are the first 5 to 10 minutes of this game tonight on the road against a team that is dealing with a lot of lineup uncertainty because of injuries?
If you can dictate the pace on the road early on in a game, it changes the dynamic quite a bit. Normally, you're out there just to hold on and not get blown out of the building in the first 5. But I think against a depleted Tampa Bay lineup, the Rangers' goal, first 5-10 minutes, is probably going to be to set the pace, and that pace being north quick.
You're a goalie guy. How exciting is this goalie matchup for you?
This is great because it's two guys that are such masters of their crafts in so many different ways. Some similarities, but not a ton. But watching Vasilevsky and the way that he gets big, quick, is so impressive. But he's also has got the reflexes of a little guy, which makes him so dynamic.
The first of 3 meetings between these two teams this season. The Lightning won 2 of 3 last year. This is the first of 2 in this building. We will head down to ice level for the presentation of the colors and the national anthem. And then when we return, Dave and I will have the start of this one between the Rangers and the Lightning.
And as we celebrate veterans this week, we're honored to be joined by an American hero who joined the Navy out of high school in 1943 and served for 20 years as an aviator in World War II, in the Korean War, and later as a test pilot and instructor. And he joins us tonight at 100 years young. Tampa Bay, please welcome and salute retired Lieutenant Commander Richard Hall. And now let's sing loud and proud with the voice of Bolts Nation, retired U.S. Air Force Technical Sergeant Sonia Bryson Kirksey, as she performs our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Rangers and Lightning in Tampa. When it's game time, it's Tully time. The opening puck drop brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the all-new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. All right, Dave, the Rangers, they are 7-1-1 on the road, tied with Los Angeles, most road wins in the NHL this season, facing a Lightning team. Look, we've talked about the injuries, we've talked about all that, but they are 7-3-0 in their last 10 games after a bit of a sluggish start. The team is playing very well right now.
They really are. By the way, do you find it a coincidence that the two biggest media markets and the two biggest Showtime markets in the country, the teams are better on the road than they are at home? You find that a little bit of a coincidence?
Yes.
Those are two tough buildings to play in. Those are two demanding fan bases. And the Rangers, with their first win at home the other night, will start to turn that around.
Rangers going right to left in their road white uniforms, Lightning from left to right in their home blues. And just 6 seconds into the game, we have an icing call against the Rangers, and the faceoff will head into the New York zone.
I had a referee buddy of mine once say to me that if you can get through the first 20 seconds without a whistle, you know it's going to be a smooth game. But if there's a whistle right away off the opening drop, something strange tends to happen in the game. You always felt it was an omen.
Well, 6 seconds in is pretty early. That might not be a great sign if that's what we're basing it off of. Off the draw, JT Miller will kick it back. Carson Soucy unable to get it out. This is Nikita Kucherov, right wing side for the Lightning. Back up top, Chernak shot blocked by Gabe Perreault. He'll drop it to JT Miller. Now Perreault on the right wing side at his first NHL point and assist on Monday night in the win against Nashville. He led the American Hockey League's Hartford Wolfpack in goals, assists, and points at the time of his recall, as this is whistled, played by a high stick. Carson Soucy.
Carson Soucy, whose alma mater, the University of Minnesota Duluth, is the number 3 team in the country right now in the NCAA. Soucy with a couple of quick touches of the puck here early on in the game. Threw one a little bit too long for icing. This one was going over his head, and most coaches will say in that situation, don't high stick it at that point because the faceoff's going to wind up in your own end. Just let the puck drop and then play it that way. Faceoff in the Rangers' end for the second time in 30 seconds.
It'll come to the left of Shesterkin, but the Rangers win the draw. It's Vincent Trocheck who had 2 assists in his return to the lineup on Monday. Rangers scored 3 goals in the second period, 5 on just 12 shots in the first 40. And they're going to go to the power play, it looks like, early in this one.
Fox got flattened in the neutral zone on a little bit of a late hit. And we will pick up the call right here.
Tampa penalty 37, 2 minutes cross-checking.
Not a great penalty to take in the opening minute of play. I mean, the last thing you want to do is give a team an early chance. Fox was starting to lose an edge right at the red line in front of the Ranger bench and was helped along towards the ice by Yanni Gourde. Not a smart penalty by Gourde at this point.
So the Rangers go to the power play 45 seconds into the game before we've seen a first shot in this hockey game. New Yorkers 1 for 2 Monday in the power play. Off the draw, it's kicked back to Fox at the left wing point. Fox across Panarin, his shot whistled wide with a blocker of Vasilevsky. Comes back up to the blue line, Fox. Left wing for Panarin. Back up top, Fox, tap pass for Miller. JT Miller, right wing circle, his shot missed by Vasilevsky's glove. It'll rocket up the left wing boards, kept in by Panarin. Artemi Panarin spins away from Gergensons, up top for Fox, has plenty of space, walks in, his shot clipped the body in front, there's Cooley in the front, he scores! Will Cooley on the rebound, jammed it over the right pad of Vasilevsky, and the Ranger power play strikes just 1 minute and 9 seconds in.
That'll be Cooley's 3rd power play goal of the year. He leads the team. This might have been as bad a play as I have seen Brandon Hagel make in his career. The puck was up top. He was fronting up Fox, the defenseman. Then he peeled off to go and watch the flank. That gave Fox more room than Fox knew what to do with. So Fox just shot it to the net, and the rebound ricochets out. Cooley standing right there. Fox had everything to do. The puck hit the back of Chernak of Tampa in the slot, went off the end boards to the right of the goaltender Vasilevsky, right onto the stick of Cooley, who buried it.
1 shot, 1 goal for the Rangers in the game, and on the power play, you mentioned they get a good bounce off Chernak, good bounce off the end boards, and it's 1-0. Great finish by Cooley as well. And we talked about it in the open, Dave. Good start against this banged-up team.
Absolutely. So dumb penalty in the neutral zone by Tampa, and those are the hardest to kill off. You take a good penalty, your team's going to get geared up on the bench. Hey, let's kill this off. He took one for the team. You take a penalty like that, it was just not a smart penalty. And then I'm just shocked at the play that Hagel made when he literally got out of the way of Fox. Now, Chernak might have called him off to take the lane and say, I'll take the shot. But you can't give Adam Fox 15 feet to play with and 3 seconds on the power play. He'll kill you every time.
5th goal, 9th point of the season for Cooley, who also scored Monday against Nashville. Fox had 2 assists in that game. He's got his 11th of the year and already his 14th point, and this is 18th game.
And by the way, he leads the team in even strength points, does Fox. But I will tell you this, in addition to the offense, and it's been a theme that you and I have chatted about, I think he's been their best defenseman defending over the course of the first 15, 16 games. I mean, he has just been locked in as a defender.
Gavrikov will play it to Fox up the right wing side for Noah Laba, who takes it up to center. He'll dump it into the Lightning zone. Each team with one shot on goal, but it's the Rangers leading 1-0 on the Cooley goal from Fox and Panarin. They work in behind the Tampa Bay net. Picked up by Oliver Bjorkstrand. Moved ahead for Max Crozier, former Providence College Friar. Played up ahead for Bjorkstrand, who had 2 assists back on the 6th of November in Vegas. Urho Vakanainen able to gain puck possession, gets it to Gavrikov. Out to center ice, this is Will Cooley, who takes it up on the left wing side. He'll dump it down deep into the Lightning zone and peel off for a change. Just over 2 gone by here in the hockey game, with the Rangers leading 1-0.
5-on-5, Rangers did a nice job at knowing when to hold them, when to fold them, approaching the offensive blue line, and they put a couple of good pucks behind the Tampa defense.
Scott Sabourin in on the forecheck, but the Rangers able to find possession, move it up ahead. Taylor Radish in his skates, lost it for a moment, trying to kick it out of the zone. He could not. Sabourin there for Tampa Bay. For Lightning working along the boards, right wing side, but the puck is going to pop out to center ice, where it's picked up by Darren Radish, who spent some time in the Rangers system earlier in his career. Played up ahead by Taylor Radish. Working on Darren Radish. Darren comes away with it for Tampa Bay. And eventually, J.J. Moser will carry it out to neutral. Part of the return in the Sergachev deal with Utah a couple of seasons ago, Dave, and he's been a nice piece on the blue line for Tampa.
No question. Tampa's always had a good blue line, and their scouting staff, which was led for a long time by Al Murray, really has made some key pickups at key times to help their long reign continue.
Braden Point left wing side, and it knocked off his stick. It'll come to Will Borgen, who's going to try and exit out of the zone. He'll look to stretch it ahead for JT Miller, but that is out of his reach, and it will be icing. Time of the goal is driven by Ramsey Mazda. Rangers goal scored by Will Cooley, assisted by Adam Fox and Artemi Panarin at 1 minute and 9 seconds of the first period on the power play. Time of the goal is driven by Ramsey Mazda. Get more for your money at Ramsey Mazda, like a new 2025 Mazda CX-5 or Mazda CX-90. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda.
That was the Rangers' 83rd shot on the power play this season in just over 79 minutes. They're on the lower end of teams in their games range when it comes to time spent on the power play, but they're starting to do a little bit more of those things that draw more penalties.
Point turned it over. Here comes Zibanejad. Fakes the shot. Dishes to Miller. Went off his skate and it's in. Point turned it over in the neutral zone. Zibanejad entered in right wing side. It goes off the right skate of JT Miller and in. And just like that, the Rangers go up 2-0. Just 3 minutes and 31 seconds in. Believe that clipped Miller, Dave. We'll take a look at the replay.
This was a play where, like, literally everything went wrong, and the Rangers still score. First, there was the turnover in the neutral zone. It was a bad play by Tampa. Then here comes Zibanejad with all kinds of speed. Zibanejad is literally one on goal with the goaltender Vasilevsky, and I'm thinking to myself, he's inside the dot lane, shoot the puck. Instead, he throws it towards the front of the net. It goes off the skate of Chernak as Miller was crashing the net and slips past the right side of the goaltender, Vasilevsky. Tampa has called timeout to regroup here, which is a good thing, and John Cooper looks very animated as he is talking to his team. But this is a play, I'm telling you, I'm watching Zibanejad coming in, and I'm thinking shoot, shoot, shoot. Instead, he throws it to the front of the net, and for the second time in this game, a puck goes off Chernak and winds up in the back of the net.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's been a tough 3 minutes and 31 seconds for Eric Chernak. He has that shot from Fox go off of him, hit the end boards, come right to Cooley. And now, I don't know if Miller got a piece of it. I thought initially he did, Dave, but he pointed right to Mika Zibanejad after that puck went in the net. It was hard to tell in the replay. It definitely hit Chernak, no doubt about it. Don't know if it grazed Miller or not. Quite frankly, the Rangers don't care. They lead 2-0.
And Zibanejad, like you said, he had a 50-50 situation. You can shoot the puck direct because he's one on goal, or do you throw it to the quagmire going to the front of the net and hope it hits the skate and go in. He got the lucky bounce off the skate of Chernak. And the one thing the Rangers have gotten early on is a boatload of luck, which they've capitalized on.
This is Panarin on the left wing side. He's run into. Picked up by Zemgus Girgensons, former Buffalo first-rounder.
Now the trick is keep playing for the next goal. It is so important. You got a team pinned back on its heels here, like the Rangers have Tampa. Play for the next goal. Put the game out of range.
Lafreniere to the left wing point for Vakanainen. Good work by Lafreniere to drive his way into the Tampa Bay zone. Hagel plays it behind his own net. Worked on by Trocheck. Tried to flip it into the right wing circle for Lafreniere. Picked off by Hagel. He'll send it out to center ice, where Urhel Vakanainen will collect. JT Miller does get the goal, his 4th of the year, 3:31 into the hockey game to make it 2-0.
They did give it to him, huh?
It is his on the official score sheet. We'll see if that changes. Right now it's Miller from Zibanejad. It looks close.
I think it's going to get looked at. Because the replay, I think, clearly showed it hit the skate of Chernak.
I do too. Bjorkstrand across center will backhand this right on to Shesterkin, who easily plays it for Braden Schneider.
However, if you're listening at home, please don't tell JT that we're campaigning to have his goal taken away. That's obviously not the idea here.
I called it his. That's all you. Bjorkstrand up ahead. Swiped into the zone by the Lightning. Gage Gonzalez will fire it in deep. Up the board, Shesterkin. Vakanainen was knocked out. Puck turned over. Kachuk across, and the shot was blocked by Schneider. Came from the left wing from Oliver Bjorkstrand, but Braden Schneider was in the shooting lane.
That's a good recovery by Schneider, because for a moment he wasn't in a great spot, and then he quickly turned over his shoulder and realized what was going on. Schneider's play as the backside defenseman, I think, has gotten better and better as the year went on. I thought he looked a little lost early on in that role. He looks really comfortable as the weak side D when the play is developing in front of him.
And Bjorkstrand, a great goal scorer, Dave. 4 straight 20-goal seasons. He was star in Columbus before going to Seattle. Carson Soucy will play this up ahead. Taylor Radish on the right wing side. He's got Gavrikov with tons of space across center on the left wing. Dishes it for Adam Edstrom. He'll chip this down low. Sam Carrick chasing after it. Trying to spin off a check. That's Emil Lilleberg, the big blue liner for Tampa Bay, working down low. Right wing side, the Lightning able to come away with it. Sabourin will take it across on the left wing. Scott Sabourin walks in, shoots, and he scores! Played just one game a season ago, but Scott Sabourin will beat Igor Shesterkin from the left wing circle, and it's a 2-1 hockey game, 6:04 in.
So you've got 3 goals that have been scored in this game, and I think the goalies would want all 3 of them back. Tampa takes advantage of the Rangers getting caught on a pinch. What a shot by Sabourin. I'm trying to see if it went a little bit off the stick of Gavrikov. It was a 2-on-1, but I love the way Gavrikov played this. He got really aggressive, and he forced Sabourin to shoot from a bit of an uncomfortable spot. Sabourin just ripped it top shelf over the stick of Gavrikov to cut the Tampa deficit to 2-1.
Signed in the offseason. Played just one game in the NHL last year with the San Jose Sharks. Tough customer, well-respected player, showing off the hands there with his first goal this season. And you said if you get a whistle in the first 20 seconds, it's usually a strange game, Dave. That didn't take long to materialize. It's already 2-1.
I mean, it's been a little bizarre.
This is Gabe Perreault looking to swing that down low. Was unable to do so. Perreault playing just his second game of the season here for the Rangers. Schneider will fire it up the right wing side. JT Miller, he's got Perreault. Gabe Perreault, his shot was blocked on the way to the goal. It'll come to Vasilevsky, who's going to hang on for the whistle.
Going back to the goal, on the play, when it's at the right wing point, Fox pinched in just a little bit to try to make a play. Couldn't do it, and it turned around.
So, that will conclude the first part of this period. It has been a wild one here tonight. Just 6.5 minutes into the hockey game. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Sam Roberts is obsessed with pro wrestling, and now he's got a show to talk about it on Pro Wrestling Nation 24/7.
Everything that we do here is for a reason, I swear. I'm not just meandering until I get back to the start point.
Experience Sam Roberts' unique takes.
There is no way you can tell me that Dominic Mysterio at this point in his career is not a Bart Simpson babyface.
Get inside the storylines with Sam Roberts, Monday through Thursday, noon Eastern. Not Sam Wrestling Live. Pro Wrestling Nation 24/7, channel 156.
Historic hockey moments.
The longest Game 7 in Stanley Cup playoff history, the New York Islanders versus the Washington Capitals at the Capitol Center, Saturday, April 18th through to Sunday, April 19th, 1987, the game known as the Easter Epic.
6 other times when a game has gone into quadruple overtime, shots on goal are 74-52.
He scores!
LaFontaine at the blue line here in the fourth overtime, winning the series.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
1992-93, the inaugural season for the Tampa Bay Lightning, had not just hockey fans, but the sporting world paying attention to the Bolts, thanks to a 5'7" goalie from Quebec who is trying out for the team.
The first woman to play professional hockey. There she is taking the ice. Manon Réon.
It was a publicity stunt, they said, orchestrated by Tampa's general manager, Phil Esposito.
I'd be a liar to say that I wasn't using it for publicity, but the fact is she's not bad.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
The Messier Guarantee. May 25th, 1994, the New York Rangers face elimination in Game 6 against the New Jersey Devils.
Under 8 minutes to play in the third and a 2-2 tie. Kovalov, save, rebound, score! Messier!
For the empty net, Mark Messier. Do you believe it? Do you believe it? He said we will win Game 6. He has just picked up the hat trick.
Never miss a moment on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Scott Saber in 5-on-5 for the Lightning. 13-17 to go. Rangers working right to left. Carson Soucy will play it. Will Borgen under a little bit of pressure from Yanni Gourde, able to flip it to the line, not out, kept in by Hagel. Brandon Hagel, left wing circle, down low. Gourde trying to tap it in front, nobody home. Panarin looked to get it to Trocheck. Puck was turned over, rather. Hagel's run into and just flattened down to the ice. And he's slow to get up. He ran right into Carson Soucy. Now Panarin across. Lafreniere walks in, he shoots, he scores! Alexis Lafreniere, it's 3-1. Oh, they didn't even get done announcing the Lightning goal, and Lafreniere from the right wing circle rips home his fourth of the year.
That was some shot by Lafreniere. Came down the right wing side, and he just launched one after a huge hit in front of the Ranger net by Soucy. Play goes the other way. Great pass across the Royal Road. Wide from the left wing side to the right. Panarin threads the needle and sets up Lafreniere just under the faceoff dot. Vincent Trocheck will not get a point on this play, but he was a key part of it because what he did was he drove the middle lane. He took Lilleberg literally out of contention to make a play on that cross-ice pass. That allowed him to get through clean. Really nice job by Trocheck. Great pass by Panarin.
Rangers can't get out of their own zone. It's kept in as Oliver Bjorkstrand works down low. Dave, for the moment, the Lightning are down to 11 forwards. Brandon Hagel just went down the tunnel after that goal. Pass swiped out in front. J.J. Moser will chase down the left wing side, get away from Noah Laba. Lost it into the right wing corner, collected by Adam Foxhill, backhanded out to center. It's a Tampa Bay team that's got a mash unit, as you said in the open of this broadcast. When it comes to injuries, they can't afford another one, especially one like Hagel.
Yeah, at the moment they're leading the league in yards of gauze and adhesive tape being used.
Is that a self-kept stat?
that comes from somebody who's injured a lot. I keep track of those things.
Bjorkstrand's shot is sticked away by Shesterkin, played up the left wing side. Dastu will keep it in. Try to fire it down low and off the end boards. Boris Kachuk able to win it free for the Lightning. Back up top to Dastu. Works the blue line. Pass for Kachuk was way off the mark. I don't think Kachuk thought that was coming to him, Dave. He called off for a change. That allows JT Miller to play it off the stick of Laba. Collected by Soucy. Could not get his way out of the zone. Turned over. Here's Gensel on the left wing side. Spins away from Soucy up top. Kucherov a shot off a Ranger stick and into the right wing corner. Believe that clips Noah Laba. Now point up the left wing boards. Gensel racing to get there. He cannot. That'll take him all the way back into his own zone with 11:26 to go in period one. Kucherov on the right wing side re-enters. He'll pull up. Plays it to up top. Dastu a shot and it's gloved down by Shesterkin with 11:18 to go. First time we've seen Charlie Edouard Dastu. And he's been active here early in this hockey game. 2 assists back on the 8th of November.
Good shot to the front of the net. Tampa with a little bit of sustained pressure. And a good stop by Shesterkin on the top of his crease. It's an easy save, but it's an important save because in a game like this, which has been wide open, there have been 8 shots in the game and 4 goals. Every save you make stems the tide a little bit from this momentous wave of pucks just going in.
Kucherov back to the line. Chernak, good job to keep it in on his backhand. Chernak, his shot, that's blocked by Sam Carrick. Chernak, a nightmare first 3.5 minutes as he had a couple of bounces go off him and ended up in the net. This is icing.
Yeah, for him, at least the good news is it can't get any worse. I mean, like, it's just been a tough start for a really good player. But getting back to the point that I was just talking about, you've probably seen a lot of these games yourself, coaching a lot of them. Sometimes when a game takes on a shootout mentality, it's hard to reel it back in.
Yeah.
So every save really becomes important to help both teams settle into the game.
3-1 Rangers. If you're just joining us, 11 minutes to go here in period one. Nikita Kucherov working down low in the New York zone. Leaned on by Schneider and Carrick. Puck dug free by Braden Point. He's on the left wing side for Tampa Bay. J.J. Moser at the blue line. Right wing side, Darren Radish. His shot missed by the glove of Shesterkin. Trying to chip it out of the zone was Carrick. Taylor Radish working. Now Will Borgen. His own zone, absorbs a check from Jake Gensel. Gensel still all over Borgen. Got it to Carrick, knocked away from him, comes to Gensel, swipes it down low, right wing side Kucherov, trying to bank it out in front, puck pinballs around. Here's Darren Radish with a shot, and a terrific save by Shesterkin as he gloves down the bid from Darren Radish.
This might have been going wide, but Shesterkin took no chances, got off his post really quickly. The impressive part about this, despite the puck staying in proximity to the net, to me that's 10 feet, when it came out from low ice into the 10-foot area, Shesterkin, who was down, got back up and then went back down in the process of making the save. And I've told you this, I've told Alex Faust this, the thing that I think separates Shesterkin from other goalies is his ability to be on his feet to start his save, not being down and then just reacting to the shot.
Chernak's shot went well wide, may have clipped Zibanejad, who looked to play it out to neutral. Was not kept in by the Lightning. Just swung down the ice, no icing. Dastu will play it behind his own goal for Scott Sabarin, who's the goal scorer tonight for the Lightning. Chernak will flip this up to the Ranger blue line, knocked down by Fox. His pass out of the reach of Perreault, and this will be icing. Tune in to the Rangers' first intermission, brought to you by your local Honda dealers, coming up in 10:07 of game time here from Benchmark International Arena.
Our friends at TNT have the TV broadcast tonight. We're looking down at ice level. Darren Pang is between the benches. You see how much room he's got down there? He's got that. Their Manhattan apartment's not that big. That is an unbelievable amount of space he's got going on down there.
He did promise Curtis Douglas this morning quite a goal call if he gets his first tonight on the Tampa Bay side.
I heard that.
He didn't score, but he did pick up his first NHL point, the primary assist on the Scott Sabarin goal at 6:04. And I wonder if Darren followed up with that on the national feed tonight. Darren Radish swings this up ahead. Gage Gonzalez will fire it down the right wing side. Schneider waiting for it in the Rangers zone. Plays it behind his own goal for Vakanainen. Went off the skates of Gonzalez. Played up to the blue line. Moser is shot. That's knocked down and covered up by Igor Shesterkin with 9:40 to go here in period number one. Rangers extend their lead to 3-1. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Engines rev, are you listening?
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days, where you can drive in a Honda wonderland of your own with a great offer on a fun-to-drive new Accord, Civic, CR-V, or HR-V. Hurry into your local Honda dealer and experience the wonder of Happy Honda Days with a great deal on your favorite Honda today.
Driving in a Honda wonderland.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
Attention Rangers fans, let's talk winning off the ice. Thrivewell Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge infusion therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. At Thrivewell, patients receive care, comfort, convenience, and compassion so they can get back to cheering for their favorite teams. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, Thrivewell offers private state-of-the-art infusion suites along with breakaway treatment from our highly trained medical team. Find out more at ThrivewellInfusion.com. That's ThrivewellInfusion.com. Saving lives drip by drip.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the ice, playing pickup on a Saturday, or scoring the game winner in overtime. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level. And the stakes? Oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, Superior Light Beer, the official beer sponsor of the New York Rangers. Enjoy responsibly. 2025 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri, 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, less than 1 gram of protein, and 0 grams of fat per 12 ounces.
Hockey season is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to PeerlessBoilers.com for a dealer near you. Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers. Dave, offensively, great start here tonight for the Rangers. 3 goals in the first 10-20.
No question. And the great news is, if you're a Ranger fan, the great news is they've shot the puck. And I thought early on they left some grade A's on the table. I think as the last stretch of games has gone on, the last 2 5-game segments, they've been much better that when the puck is in a grade A, whether it be a low grade A or a high grade A, they put the puck on goal to make the goalies make saves, and that is always a winning formula.
Third goal of the night coming at 7:08. Lafreniere from Panarin and Soucy. 2 first-period assists tonight for Artemi Panarin, who had 2 goals on Monday. As puck pinballs around in the neutral zone, came to Panarin, poked it back to Fox in his own end to the left of the goaltender, Shesterkin.
By the way, Rangers have 3 goals on 3 shots, and I've got a great Yogi Berra story for you on that note, which I'm going to tell you right now. So, obviously, Vasilevsky hasn't touched the puck yet. As the legend goes, Yogi Berra is catching the game. Yankee Stadium is catching Don Larson. First batter gets up, singles, first pitch. Larson hits the next batter, first pitch. Next batter, first pitch, base hit. Out comes the manager. And they're at the mound, they're chatting, and looks at Yogi and he says, well, how's the ball feeling in your glove? How's he throwing? And Yogi goes, I have no idea. I haven't touched one yet. And Vasilevsky's in that same boat.
Rangers batting 1,000 tonight, leading 3-1, as Dave just mentioned, on 3 shots. Perreault will play it into the right wing corner. It'll leak in behind the Tampa Bay net. Picked up by Braden Point, tries to exit on the right wing side. He does, as Kucherov, he'll find him. Kucherov into the Rangers zone, backhand pass up to the blue line. Dastu knocks it down left wing side. Now Chernak, top of the right wing circle. Gets it to Kucherov, defended well by Zibanejad. Puck came to Perreault, up ahead for Miller. JT Miller will gain center end of a shift. He'll just dump this in the Lightning zone. Dastu leaned on by Perreault, but able to get it to his D partner, Chernak. Pass for Dastu was out of his reach. It's hacked up to the Ranger blue line. Soucy got the bank it off the wall for Noah Laba. It's out of his reach. Chernak peeks over his shoulder deep in his own zone. Able to find Dastu, steered it up the wall, kept in Will Borgen. Now Will Cooley right wing side. Cooley for Laba, pass out of his reach. Chernak breaks it up. Able to get that to Jack Finley, who's got his first point of the season as well tonight for the Lightning. Shot from Connor Sheary is kicked away by the right pad of Andrei Vasilevsky. So now he has felt the puck. Will Cooley leaned on in the left wing corner, pokes it up top for Laba. Now right wing side, Borgen walks in. Borgen's shot went off of a Tampa Bay stick. Diving down the block that was big Curtis Douglas. Now Soucy, right wing side for Borgen. Borgen shot, tipped toward the goal, knocked down on the way in, hit a defender. Sheary able to steal that away from Chernak. Sheary, right wing side, plays it up to the point for Soucy. Went off of Scott Saber and came to Soucy. Now right wing, here's Sheary, a shot, missed wide.
It's been a great shift by Sheary.
Sheary, remember, started the year with Tampa Bay last year, spent it mostly in the American League with Syracuse, and then came to Ranger camp on a PTO, and tonight playing in his 18th game with New York. Radish up top for Braden Schneider, right wing side. Great pressure here from the Rangers. Schneider's shot missed well wide. And finally flipped down the ice by Jack Finley. Hops over the stick of Braden Schneider, who recovers to the left of Shesterkin. Lightning getting a much needed change as Schneider takes it across center, dumps it into the right wing corner.
Rangers have stacked 3 good shifts here back to back to back.
Edstrom, Carrick up top, Vakanainen, and a shot and a save made by the right pad of Vasilevsky. Trying to dig it free was Carrick, and eventually came to Vasilevsky, who hangs on with 7:03 to go in the first period. And Dave, I know there was only 2 shots in that sequence, but that was about 4 or 5 shifts in a row where the Rangers just did whatever they wanted in Tampa Bay's zone.
Yeah, no questions. Really got offensive zone time. Sheary was just a beast in front of the net. For a guy who's smaller in stature, he had a great physical shift both in front of the net and down below the goal line and winning some pucks. Got pucks out to the point. I thought Will Borgen did a really nice job on 2 specific times, getting the puck back at the blue line on the right point and taking the ice that was given to him, 3 strides in, and getting a better threat to the net.
Faceoff comes to the right of Vasilevsky. Miller is sent out of the circle, so Mika Zibanejad will take the draw against Braden Point. Zibanejad wins it, but it does not reach Gavrikov as Kucherov got on his horse and won that race with the puck. Now Kucherov pass was across to Gensel, was in his skates, able to kick it to his forehand and then put a shot into the glove of Igor Shesterkin, who hangs on for a whistle.
Right after the play ended, Gavrikov and Fox got a little crossed up on this one. They wound up on each other's side, and Gavrikov tried to surf over onto Fox's side of the ice. Gavrikov's usually on the left, but he surfed over to Fox's side on the right. He literally cut in front of Fox doing it and opened up a lane. As soon as the whistle was blown, JT Miller got the 2 of them straightened out and on the same page.
It's Point, Gensel, and Kucherov. Mosher at the blue line, Darren Radish. Now right wing side, Kucherov. Down low, Gavrikov gets it to Zibanejad. 6:40 to go. Pass ahead, got away from Fox on the left wing side. He'll take it to center. Went off of Kucherov, touched offside with 6:35 to go. I was going to ask you before that last whistle, as a coach, when you see a line that is Kucherov, Point, and Gensel, three dominant offensive players in a game where their team is chasing, that can be a little bit daunting to see those three talents come on knowing they're looking for offense.
No question, and they're probably going to take some chances here early. It's just human nature to try to get the game back in your way. The way you defend a really good line like that is take away their space. You have to defend from the inside out, and you've got to make sure they don't have a whole lot of time to create. One of them's not going to beat you by themselves. And remember, the most dangerous person on the ice is the player without the puck. So you've got to make sure options are covered and don't over puck watch.
Oliver Bjorkstrand entering in on the right wing side. Alexi Lafreniere knocked him off the puck. Lafreniere behind his own goal. Turned it over. Bjorkstrand, he's got Gord out in front. Bjorkstrand round into by Lafreniere. Gergensen's trying to kick it back to the left wing point. They'll find Bjorkstrand in the corner. Couldn't handle the puck. Up the boards, Lafreniere unable to clear. There's a chance for Bjorkstrand to shot, hit a man in front. Rebound, scores. A wacky, wild first period continues as the Lightning pounce on a rebound, and it is Zemgus Girgensons who's got his third goal of the year, and it's 3-2 New York.
Girgenson's an alumni of the old Eastern Junior Hockey League. He played for the Green Mountain Glades. Gets a big goal here. Rangers trying to clear the puck. Borgen threw it up the right side. It didn't get out. And then a shot to the front of the net. A quick rebound by Tampa with Yanni Gord standing on the doorstep. Bjorkstrand has the fourth most high-danger chances in the NHL and hasn't really been rewarded for it. He got a really good one there, and the rebound produces a goal. Tampa's able to score by making the Rangers defend.
And now the Lightning looking for more here is Boris Tkachuk playing in his first NHL game since April 16th, 2024 with Ottawa. Out there with Kucherov. And remember the Lightning here, Dave, without Brandon Hagel, who was hammered down to the ice earlier in the period by Carson Soucy, went down the tunnel after the Lafreniere goal and has not returned. That goal coming at 7:08, so he's missed a majority of this opening period.
Rangers give up a goal on a bad pinch and an odd man rush. They give up another one on a big rebound.
Here comes Kucherov, walks in, back door. What a save by Shesterkin. He robbed Gage Gonsalves. Another one out in front, went off a Rangers stick. Now Crozier swipes it over left wing side. Kucherov looking to go backdoor for Tkachuk. It may have grazed the stick of Adam Edstrom, believed it did. Right wing side, Edstrom trying to dig it free. Boy, oh boy, Dave, that was awfully close.
What a stop by Shesterkin. That saves like that, or why you can make a case that he is the best goalie in the world when he is on.
That was sent in front for Gage Gonsalves, who's got one goal this season, came in Vegas on the 6th of November. It's been an open, entertaining first period. 3-2 Rangers, your score. 4:43 to go. That puck is chipped off of Noah Laba and out of play with 4:43 remaining in the first period. Lightning have cut it to 1 again. It's Rangers 3, Lightning 2. Late in the first period, New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. During the More to Move You event, lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive for $159 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN SM834925. MSRP $27,055. Zero security deposit. Ends 12/1/25.
Peerless Boilers, the world's best-built boilers, are here to help with your heat and water heating needs. Hockey season is the perfect time to replace that beast in your basement, that old, inefficient boiler, with a highly efficient Peerless boiler. It's a perfect match for homes, apartments, commercial buildings, you name it. Get all the heat you need efficiently and save on your energy bill all year long. Learn more about the entire Peerless Boiler family of products and to find a local installer near you. Just visit PeerlessBoilers.com and remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best-built Boilers.
Every unforgettable Rangers moment is built on passion, precision, and legacy. The same qualities that define London Jewelers. For 100 years, London Jewelers has helped generations celebrate life's biggest wins, from engagements and anniversaries to milestones that last forever. Because true brilliance isn't just seen, it's felt, shared, and passed on. From luxury jewelry to fine timepieces, London Jewelers is where moments become memories that last a lifetime. London Jewelers, celebrating 100 years of excellence. Visit London Jewelers at any of their 6 locations.
Alongside Dave Starman, I'm Alex Thomas from Benchmark International Arena in Tampa, Florida. And Dave, one thing we have heard from the Ranger head coach Mike Sullivan is they want to make teams defend against broken plays. Well, right before the break, Nikita Kucherov nearly set up the tying goal on that exact play.
No question. And the reason it became a broken play is the Rangers thought they had a nice out coming up the right wing side. The puck was not high enough off the glass, so Tampa held it in. All they did was turn around quickly. Now you got the Rangers scrambling because they think it's out. So now they're defending a broken play. Shot to the front of the net. Now everybody in front of the net has to turn to try to find the rebound. When that happens is when they were able to pop one home on a secondary shot. So the Rangers kind of a victim of the game plan they want to play.
Adam Fox in his own zone, unable to get that out. It was knocked down by the right hand of Brayden Point. Puck will come to Shesterkin, who steers it to Gavrikov. Gavrikov under a little bit of pressure, left wing side, got it ahead to Perreault. Now Zibanejad, left wing JT Miller, steered it toward the net, broken up with ease by Chernak. Up ahead for Gonzalez, who was just robbed by Shesterkin. Gonzalez at center ice, lost the handle on it, recovers, plays it back into his own zone. Dastu. D-to-D, right wing side, Chernak, back to Dastu. Up ahead for Point, enters into the right wing for Tampa Bay. Brayden Point pulls up right wing circle, had his stick lifted by Fox, played it up ahead for JT Miller, who's got some room, might have a 2-on-1 with Perreault. Here's Miller, the pass to Perreault, broken up by Dastu. Miller gets it back, trying to play it to the line. Good keep by Carson Soucy. Works down the left wing side. Soucy up the right wing boards, Borgen. Kicked it down with his left skate, lost it to Point. Borgen trying to keep it in from Bjorkstrand, he does. Will Borgen walks in, top of the slot, his shot, deflected, they score! Takes a friendly bounce, and the Rangers go back up by 2 again, 4-2 with 3:40 to go. That hit a stick on the way in, Dave. It's going to be Borgen's goal, his first of the year.
What a schlemazel in the offensive zone this was. So the puck is... The first JT Miller gains his own left wing side. The whole building knew he was going to try to get it to Perreault, right? So he throws it across. Pats gets deflected. It's heading towards the line. Carson Soucy, if he wasn't 6'3", probably doesn't get to that puck and keep it in. He keeps it in. Now the Rangers are starting to threaten. Comes up the right wing side. Borgen almost gets beat on a bad pinch, recovers, walks to the middle of the ice. The seas parted. And then he was about 25 feet out, took the ice he was given, and fired it. What a strange play, and the Rangers score.
And no chance for Vasilevsky. That went off of Dastu in front, his own defenseman. As the pass for Gensel is out of his reach, icing will be the call with 3:25 to go. And you can kind of see, went off Dastu, top shelf, no chance for Vasilevsky. You can see Oliver Bjorkstrand, the frustration after that goal, slamming a stick on the ice. It's just been that kind of period for the Lightning. That's 3 bad bounces against them, and the Rangers have 4 goals on 5 shots.
And Dastu made a pretty good play. Like, he got out in front. He got the stick out. Like, he didn't show any fear in trying to block the shot. He made the right play. It just went the wrong way on him. On nights where you're good, that goes over the net, and on nights where you're fighting a little bit, it goes in.
Lightning entering offside here with 3:15 to go, and Gensel just fires it against the glass behind the net. You can kind of see that frustration, Dave.
I think it's going to be a penalty. I think it's going to be a penalty on Tampa. I think it's going to be a slash. And it is. And it's...
Tampa penalty, 37, 2-minute slashing.
So Yanni Gourde gets the penalty. He slashed the stick at Adam Fox. So Fox has drawn 2 penalties, both of them in the neutral zone, both of them standing in front of his own bench. And it's another really foolish penalty by Tampa at a momentum-changing time in the period where the Rangers have taken momentum of the game back. Tampa's just not played smart.
Rangers looking for a 5-goal period. They're already 1 for 1 on the power play. But Gensel will move this down the ice, and the Lightning will get it clear with Gourde in the penalty box. Down to 3:05 to go in period 1. Artemi Panarin works his way through the neutral zone. Cooley on the left wing. Will Cooley trying to get away from Gensel, lost the puck, Chernak. Now Moser will play it up the boards, kept in right wing side by Fox. Fox, Zibanejad on the left wing. Gets it to Panarin, left wing circle. Artemi Panarin takes it in the left wing corner, surveys, dishes up top. This is Fox. Adam Fox doesn't have a lane, plays it down low, Zibanejad. Puck bounced over his stick, quickly recovers, plays it up top, knocked down with the right skate of Fox, poked down low, turned over, and now a shorthanded break the other way. Here comes Jake Gensel, left wing side, he's in, backhand, he scores! Beats Shesterkin through the 5-hole, it's 4-3 with 2:28 to go.
Rangers' first power play unit a little cavalier with the puck, and it beat them. They made a really good hold in on the right side at one point, and then Fox, as the puck was coming to him, had a pretty good chance to hold it in, and he made a really good play with a stick to hold the puck in, knocking it out of the air, but unfortunately bounced it a bit in front of him. When that happened is when Tampa took off. Gensel flew the zone and got a really nice pass, which he stopped with his skate, coming in from the left side, cut inside the dot, and he just finessed it between the wickets of Shesterkin for a shorthanded goal.
Kind of feeling a little bit like a last goal wins kind of night. 7 first period goals here in Tampa. It's 4-3 Rangers on the shorthanded goal by the Lightning. Gensel picks it up, but the Rangers still in the power play here. Gabe Perreault on the left wing side. Swings this down low, Trocheck. Vincent Trocheck holding, waiting. Hide by Chernak, gets it to Perreault. Schneider, right wing side. Lafreniere up top for Schneider. Back to Lafreniere. Schneider, Trocheck under pressure. Played a backhand pass to a vacant wing. Sheary on his horse, he'll get there first. 1:50 to go. Now Trocheck feeds Lafreniere, run into by Gonzalez. Lafreniere up the wall, got by Schneider and out to center.
It was a great play by Lafreniere to win that battle to hold the puck in.
Perreault now down the left wing side with 19 left in the power play. Trocheck leaned on by Emil Lilleberg. Sheary picks it up, lost it. Gensel, who's got the shorthanded goal, now he's off to the races, one-on-one against Schneider. Gensel enters in, left wing side, get around Schneider, who recovers nicely. Another chance for Gensel, and a save made by Shesterkin. Puck's turned over and lifted high over the blocker of Shesterkin by Lilleberg.
This is just a mess right now. Rangers really sloppy with their puck management in the offensive zone.
Back to 5-on-5 as JT Miller intercepts a pass, gets it to Zibanejad, shot knocked down by Vasilevsky. Final minute of the period gives us a chance to remind you to tune in to the Rangers' first intermission, brought to you by your local Honda dealers. And boy, Dave, there's going to be a little bit, I think, to recap here in period one.
There's going to be quite a bit to recap. I would love to be a fly on the wall as each coaching staff gets into his office and addresses what period number one looked like. There were enough mistakes for a lifetime here by both teams. It's a period where both teams have really played with an offensive edge, but it's also been a period where both teams defensively have been really sloppy.
Emil Lilleberg nearly tied it as the Rangers a little sloppy in their own zone there. 59.3 seconds to go in the period. Face off to Vasilevsky's left. It was won cleanly by Zibanejad, but it's quickly whistled dead.
Zibanejad, he's got that long stick.
Yeah.
Like, that's why he wins a ton of draws. He's just got a long stick, and when he takes him on his offside, he just chops into the face-off dot, and he's able to win a lot of pucks back.
Point plays it back. Kucherov right wing side, so Lightning win the second puck drop, and now Point will play it over to his left wing and went off the stick of JT Miller. Pinballs around, eventually came to the stick of Miller, whose shot is knocked away by Vasilevsky. Kucherov fires it up ahead. J.J. Moser with speed through center. Takes it in left wing side, Ranger zone, dumps it down, took a weird bounce off the wall, never came to Shesterkin.
That's been about the fourth strange bounce, either off the wall or off a stanchion along the glasses, which leads me to believe that second and third period, Shesterkin's going to be a little conservative, a little bit more than he normally is, with pucks that go rimmed around the glass.
Final 20 seconds of a wild first period tonight that has seen 7 goals. Taylor Radish will tap it into the Lightning zone. Dastu up ahead for Darren Radish. Bjorkstrand out to center. Scott Sabourin, left wing side, has already got a goal tonight. Leaves it for Jack Finley. Finley down into the corner for Sabourin. He and Boris Kachuk recalled yesterday from AHL Syracuse. Season debuts tonight as Bjorkstrand will see the clock run out on a behind the Ranger goal. 18 shots, 7 goals in period 1. A wild and wacky one here tonight. I think that's the best way to describe it, Dave. That was a period that for you and I and those watching and listening tonight is immensely entertaining. For 2 great coaches in Mike Sullivan and John Cooper, that's a period that, well, you're a coach. You hate that, don't you?
You do. You're thrilled you scored 4. You hated you gave up 3. But more than that, you didn't like the way you gave up 3. That's really what I think Mike Sullivan's conversation with his leadership group is going to be about, and that is it was a great 4-goal outburst offensively. We did a lot of the right things, but from a defensive standpoint, we were very leaky, very loose, too many turnovers. Pucks that should have gone out didn't. I thought the Rangers defensively a little cavalier with the puck at times, and it came back to bite them.
Will Cooley opens the scoring 109 in on the power play. JT Miller makes it 2-0 in 3:31. We were just getting started. Scott Sabourin makes it 2-1 at 6:04. Alexis Lafreniere 3-1 at 7:08. Zemgus Girgensons at 13:59, and the rebound makes it 3-2. Will Borgen's first of the year comes at 16:20, and then a shorthanded goal from Jake Gensel at 17:32. So we see a power play goal, we see a shorthanded goal, we see 7 total, Dave. It feels like tonight's going to be a last goal wins kind of night.
This is one of those games where you need a little bit of hydration here because it's been a little bit overserved.
That is an excellent way to put it. That's the end of the first period. Stay tuned for the first intermission, brought to you by your local Honda dealers. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Feel that 3 a.m. euphoria any time of the day. On BPM, a channel delivering non-stop dance and electronic hits. And live sets from the world's top DJs. The beat never stops on BPM Channel 52. And at home with SiriusXM on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Historic hockey moments.
301 days since the hit on Chris Draper.
The Colorado Avalanche at the Detroit Red Wings, March 26, 1997, brawl in Hockeytown.
Now Darren McCarty gets his shots in at Claude Lemieux. And look who came all the way out to try to help, Patrick Roy. Oh my goodness, Vernon and Roy. They are on their feet here at Joe Louis Arena.
Never miss a moment on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
October 15th, 1989, the Great One passes his childhood idol, Mr. Hockey, for most points scored.
Gretzky has 1,850 points.
The Taylor to Gretzky, he scores! He's done it! Wayne Gretzky, the Great One, has become the greatest of them all!
Ladies and gentlemen, Gordie Howe.
A super young man, a great hockey player who shares in everything he does, and congratulations.
The hockey history continues on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Engines rev, are you listening?
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days, where you can drive in a Honda wonderland of your own with a great offer on a fun-to-drive new Accord, Civic, CR-V, or HR-V. Hurry into your local Honda dealer and experience the wonder of Happy Honda Days with a great deal on your favorite Honda today.
Driving in a Honda wonderland.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
This is your local Tri-Honda dealer's New York Rangers Intermission Report. Now, here's Dan Grassa on the MSG Radio Network.
Well, it's time now for the Rangers' first intermission report, brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer today. Dan Grassa with you. Well, a hockey game was slated to be played tonight between the Rangers and the Tampa Bay Lightning, but in the first 20 minutes, a shootout broke out because the Rangers and Lightning certainly not lacking from lighting the lamp in those opening 20 minutes. It's the Rangers with a 4-3 lead after one period of play. So a lot to recap in that opening 20 minutes. Tampa's Yanni Gourde was sent to the penalty box just 45 seconds in on a cross-check, and the Ranger power play immediately went to work. 24 seconds in, they get the first goal, courtesy of Will Cooley on the power play from Fox and Panarin. Cooley's fifth at 1:09 of the opening period, and for Will, his fourth goal in 6 games, his third power play goal of the season. A little bit of a broken play there, kind of bounced off the end boards, and Will was able to put it home for the first goal
of the game. We fast forward a couple of minutes after that, and the Rangers added to their lead. This time it would be the former Lightning, J.T. Miller, getting his fourth of the season at 3:31. JT's first point in the last 5 games. So the Rangers with a quick 2-0 lead just 3.5 minutes into this hockey game. And Tampa's John Cooper would burn his timeout at that sequence to try to get his guys going a little bit. And you know what? The timeout paid dividends because then it was the Lightning who would have the answer. Scott Sabrin at 6:04 got the Lightning on the board to cut the deficit in half from Jack Finley and Curtis Douglas. A 2-on-1 break there. The Tampa Bay was able to convert home. Then fast forward just 64 seconds later, the Rangers regained their 2-goal lead, and it was Alexei Lafreniere, his fourth of the season at 7:08 from Artemi Panarin and Carson Soucy. Lafreniere now finding that scoring touch. He's got goals in 3 of the last 4 games. Panarin with his third multi-point game in the last 4 with that secondary assist. And the Tampa Bay team that came into this one banged up without stud defensemen Victor Hedman and Ryan McDonough. Brandon Hagel, he left midway through that opening period after absorbing a hit from Carson Soucy, and Hagel a goal in 6 of the last 7 games. So Tampa Bay, still no word on his status for the remainder of this one, but would be missing his scoring touch. But Rangers up 3-1. Once again, Tampa would have the answer. Zengus Girgensons, his third of the season at 13:59 from Yanni Gourde and Oliver Bjorkstrand to bring the Lightning within 1 at 3-2. Girgensons' third goal in the last 7 games. But the Rangers would not be outdone, once again restoring their lead to 2, and it will be Will Borgen lighting the lamp, his first of the season at 16:20 unassisted. And Tampa Bay entered the game tonight having allowed 3 goals or less in 13 consecutive games. You can put an end to that streak as the Rangers get the 4th one on the board. Now, 25 seconds after the Borgen goal, Yanni Gourde once again called for a penalty. This time it's slashing at 16:45, so second power play opportunity for the Rangers. However, it's the Lightning who find a way to cash in. Jake Gensel, his 7th of the season at 17:32, shorthanded from J.J. Moser. Gensel's third goal in the last 5 games, the second shorty that the Rangers have allowed this season, Tampa Bay's first shorthanded goal. Got all that? Great. Very entertaining and exciting first period, and the Rangers do have a 1-goal lead by a score of 4-3. Shots on goal in that opening period were 10-8 in favor of Tampa Bay, but it's the Rangers who have the 1-goal advantage. Let us pause 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
This is your radio home for New York Rangers hockey. This is 1050 ESPN, WEPN, New York.
Still more to do on the Rangers Tri-Honda Dealers Intermission Report. When we come back, we'll check out the out-of-town scoreboard on this Wednesday around the National Hockey League. And New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues right after this timeout.
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine. We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert spine care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Every unforgettable Rangers moment is built on passion, precision, and legacy. The same qualities that define London Jewelers. For 100 years, London Jewelers has helped generations celebrate life's biggest wins, from engagements and anniversaries to milestones that last forever. Because true brilliance isn't just seen, it's felt, shared, and passed on. From luxury jewelry to fine timepieces, London Jewelers is where moments become memories that last a lifetime. London Jewelers, celebrating 100 years of excellence. Visit London Jewelers at any of their 6 locations.
Experience the sophisticated taste of the best single malt whiskey in the world, the Macallan, founded in 1824. The Macallan is renowned worldwide for its extraordinary single malt whiskeys. Their outstanding quality and distinctive character reveal the uncompromised excellence they pursue. Whether your taste is sherry oak or double cask, the Macallan single malt whiskey is for you. Pick up the Macallan today at your nearest liquor store. The Macallan, the single malt whiskey against which all others must be judged. Crafted without compromise. Please savor the Macallan responsibly.
Engines rev, are you listening?
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days, where you can drive in a Honda wonderland of your own with a great offer on a fun-to-drive new Accord, Civic, CR-V, or HR-V. Hurry into your local Honda dealer and experience the wonder of Happy Honda Days with a great deal on your favorite Honda today.
Driving in a Honda wonderland.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
Here's a club you want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Peerless Boilers, the world's best-built boilers, are here to help with your heat and water heating needs. Hockey season is the perfect time to replace that beast in your basement, that old, inefficient boiler, with a highly efficient Peerless boiler. It's a perfect match for homes, apartments, commercial buildings, you name it. Get all the heat you need efficiently and save on your energy bill all year long. Learn more about the entire Peerless Boiler family of products and to find a local installer near you. Just visit PeerlessBoilers.com and remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best-built boilers.
Dan Crossett back in the Rangers' first intermission report, brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer today. 4-3 our score at the end of 20 minutes. The Rangers over the Tampa Bay Lightning in a wild first period. Will Cooley on the power play at 109, his fifth of the season. JT Miller, his fourth at 331 of even strength. Scott Sabrin got the Lightning on the board, 604, his first of the season. Then it was Alexis Lafreniere giving the Rangers a 2-goal lead once again. It's 7:08. Then Zemgus Girgensons makes it 3-2 Rangers, his third of the season at 13:59. Will Borgen, his first goal of the season at 16:20 to have the Rangers now up 2 again at 4-2. And then a shorthanded goal, courtesy of Jake Gensel, 17:32 of that opening period, his seventh of the season. Tampa's first shorty of the year. 3 other games on the out-of-town scoreboard on this Wednesday in the National Hockey League. In Philadelphia, the Oilers and Flyers are scoreless late in the first period. Edmonton kicking off a 7-game road trip tonight. Philly, meantime, has points in 3 straight. Coming up a little bit later on tonight, it'll be Buffalo visiting Utah. Sabres with the fewest points in the Eastern Conference. They're winless in 6 of their last 7. They're the only team in the NHL without a road victory. Utah, meantime, has lost 5 of their last 6, but they are 4-1 at home. Also, it'll be the Devils in the Windy City taking on the Chicago Blackhawks. Jersey first in the Metropolitan, 1 point up on Carolina. They're 2-0-1 in their last 3. Chicago, meantime, has won 3 consecutive games. 4-3 is our score. Rangers over the Lightning at the end of 1 period of play. Rangers fans, don't miss a moment off the ice. Catch ESPN New York on YouTube for all the New York sports talk you love. Weekdays from 6A to 7P. Subscribe now and stay locked in. ESPN New York on YouTube. Well, the Rangers, no secret, have been very, very successful on the road this season. 7-1-1, the 7 wins, tied for first in the National Hockey League. Practice yesterday, Coach Mike Sullivan was asked why they've had so much success away from home.
I just think we play a solid team game. I think what we're trying to embrace is the process. That's what we can control. We're trying to have a fair, objective assessment of our group after every game. And regardless of what the outcomes are, we've tried to objectively evaluate the process that we're applying every night. And I think to this group's credit, there's been a consistent level of effort, good intentions, and collective play most games. You know, there's been a few where we've walked away where maybe we didn't like what was going on out there. But, you know, over the first however many games we've played, most of them we've put a pretty consistent effort on the ice. We've produced offense but haven't scored, if that makes sense. Last night we scored. I think, you know, the most important thing is we got to continue to build our team game. We got to continue to bring a stingy level of defense to our identity, and then we can create offense different ways, whether it be the power play, off the rush, or some of the in-zone play through our grind game. You know, I think we've built a pretty solid grind game in the first part of the season here where we've generated offense. I think there's more opportunity for growth off the rush. And obviously the power play, I think, is another level of opportunity for us.
That is Mike Sullivan. New arrivals are here. Shop the latest gear. We have fits for every fan and every occasion. Shop the latest looks by heading to shop.msg.com. Rangers. So the Blue Shirts 5-0 this season when leading after 20 minutes of play. But if that first period was any indication, we still have a lot of hockey still to go over the next 40 minutes of regulation. And this has been the Rangers First Intermission Report, brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer today. I will talk to you during the second intermission. Coming up next, though, Alex Thomas and Dave Starman have period number 2 for you, with the Rangers leading the Lightning by a score of 4-3. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
This has been your local Tri-Honda dealers New York Rangers Intermission Report. Blue Shirts Hockey is next.
Your home for the biggest stories in the league is SiriusXM NFL Radio.
This is Bob Papa from Airing It Out. Week 11 is here with some massive matchups, including Seahawks-Rams, Chiefs-Broncos, and Lions-Eagles. A.J. Brown another touchdown! The playoff picture is starting to take shape, and we're talking about it with you.
Mike McDonald, I tell you, he's done an outstanding job with the Seahawks.
SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Historic hockey moments. NHL Network Radio.
December 27th, 2000, well into retirement, which included a 1997 Hockey Hall of Fame induction, and also becoming owner of the Pittsburgh Penguins, Mario Lemieux, 44 months after hanging up the skates, called it a comeback.
33 seconds into the game, Mario Lemieux will get an assist in his first shift back. Lemieux scores! Mario, it is back!
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
November 26, 2005, the New York Rangers win 3-2 over the Washington Capitals in the longest NHL shootout at the time, and it was an unlikely hero that emerged for the Blue Shirts in the 15th round with a highlight for the ages.
Malik has not scored this year. In on Kolzig. Fake the legs! Oh, Malik went between his legs!
Never miss a moment on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Welcome back inside Benchmark International Arena alongside Dave Starman and Alex Thomas. Second period set to get underway in a moment. All right, Dave, Rangers, maybe not the period they were hoping for defensively, 3 goals allowed, but offensively, 4 goals on 8 shots. They lead this game 4-3. That's the positive. But for you, with a coach's eye and an analyst's eye, what did you see on those 3 goals that the Rangers gave up?
The first goal, the goal by Sabrin, it was a really good pinch by Fox on the right side. He pinched it about 10 feet, and he stopped the puck. Radish and Edstrom also made really good plays to come back and support him. The problem was Sabrin snuck past them. So the 3 of them were standing there like the Berlin Wall. Sabrin kind of escaped to the west and snuck behind them and went the route. So it was a lot of guys in the right spot, but they all got caught puck watching and not player watching. So that was the first one. That second goal, that was the one that was the turnover on the right side in the half wall. They lost that half wall battle, and then it just became a broken play. And then the shorthanded goal, Zibanejad tried to get a puck to Fox from the lower right corner to the point. The pass got deflected. Fox made a really nice job knocking it out of the air to keep in front of him, but he was pushed without a whole lot of help, and Gensel just stuck behind him for the goal.
When it's game time, it's Tully time. The second period puck drop brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the all-new Tullamore Dew Honey during tonight's action, which is underway here in period 2. Rangers from left to right, Lightning from right to left here in the second period. 4-3 your score. Rangers open it up 69 seconds in with a power play goal. First period scoring ended with a shorthanded goal from Jake Gensel. Rangers with 3 5-on-5 goals in the period. Lightning with 2. And we have a 4-3 score as a result. First time this season that the Rangers have scored 4 in the first period. This is Dastu, carries it in on the right wing side, ditched it off to the point. Dastu gets it back. Shot from Braden Point is gobbled up by Shesterkin, and he hangs on for a whistle 40 seconds in.
Rangers are averaging about a goal and a half a game 5-on-5. So defensively, they've been a pretty solid team. Gave up 2 in that first period, which is a little bit unlike them. But for New York, I think coming into this period, I think the message to the group was probably, let's settle into this game here. Granted, you're playing a wounded duck in Tampa that's missing some key bodies, but it's been a little bit too much men's league and not enough structure. And lack of structure, no matter who you're playing, is always going to break you down.
You mentioned those injuries. The Lightning Saw Brendan Hagel go down the tunnel after a big hit from Carson Soucy in period number 1. Did not return in the first period. Took a quick look, Dave. Didn't see him to start period 2, but we'll keep an eye out on that as this period develops. Darren Radish plays it up ahead. Chasing into the corner is Curtis Douglas. First NHL point tonight. An assist as Noah Laba will move it up ahead. Now on the right wing side, Will Borgen's got his first goal of the season and plenty around the wheel. He'll take it across center and fire it in. Darren Radish settles it down deep in his own zone. Lost sight of it for a moment. Able to get away from Panarin. And now Radish will move up the right wing side. Good feed for J.J. Moser on the left wing. Moser carries it in. Long shot knocked away by Shesterkin. The rebound. Douglas high over the glove of Shesterkin. Moser gets it across. Shot in the traffic. He is gobbled up by Shesterkin. He's able to glove that down. Max Crozier let it fly from the right wing point.
It's a good shot by Moser, who came down the left wing side and right above the faceoff dot, threw one to the opposite side of Shesterkin. So while it's a shot on goal, it was more like a pop play. It's kind of a pass off the pads type opportunity. And Shesterkin played right into it by kicking the rebound right back into the slot. And Tampa not able to convert.
Wasn't that long ago, Dave, with Arizona that J.J. Moser had a 31-point season for the Coyotes at the time. Big part of the Sergachev deals we told you about earlier in the broadcast. Face off to the left of the goaltender Shesterkin. Noah Laba and Yanni Gourde will take the draw. Second tour of duty with the Lightning for Gourde, who came over last trade deadline along with Bjorkstrand from Seattle. Off the hop, a shot knocked away by Shesterkin and a point bid from Crozier. This is Noah Laba on the left wing side, chipping around Darren Radish into the Lightning zone, but Emil Lilleberg there to clean it up for the Lightning. Up ahead for Gourde, got by him, got by Schneider. You can hear the referee imploring no, no, no. That means no icing. Shesterkin gets it to Schneider. Up ahead for Sheary. Kicked it to Laba. Leaves it for Cooley. Will Cooley on the left wing side. Run into by Max Crozier. Puck doesn't get out. Sheary, a shot blocked by Girgensons.
What a stick check by Laba to create that offensive opportunity. He lifted a stick at one of Tampa's defensemen and was able to take the puck right to the middle and give it to Sheary. That was a really nice play by Noah Laba with a really good, quick offensive stick.
Sheary an assist, 5 shots on goal in the last road game for the Rangers, Dave, last Friday night in Detroit. Nice win for New York there.
That was where his line drew 3 penalties in the game. You're talking about Yanni Gourde before. Yanni Gourde played a little bit in the East Coast League. And the East Coast League is a good development league for players. He and Jordan Binnington were actually on the same team in Kalamazoo with the Wings. And between the two of them have 3 Stanley Cup wins. Not bad for an East Coast League team.
Chip to the goal by Carrick out of the reach of Edstrom. Vasilevsky got a piece of it. And able to move it out to center as Boris Kachuk will dump it down the right wing side. Gets on his horse, chasing after Gavrikov. Kachuk in there first. Fox pokes it away from him. Kept in by Lilleberg in the left wing. Turned it over. Now Carrick able to get around Kucherov. Here comes Sam Carrick into the Lightning zone. Pulls up, left wing side. Trying to feed Radish out in front. Couldn't get a stick on it. It was tied up by Emil Lilleberg, who's got it now. Gage Gonzalez, right wing side. Boris Kachuk with Crozier going to the goal. Kachuk able to get away from Gavrikov. Play it up for Nikita Kucherov, right wing side. Kucherov ridden off the puck by Carrick, who lost his stick, but he uses his right hand to glove it down the ice. Did not have enough for icing as Dastu gets there first for Tampa. Nice stretch pass up ahead for Gage Gonzalez. Pass across right wing side. A quick shot gobbled up by Shesterkin. Came from the right wing off the stick of Zemgus Girgensons.
I keep watching the Ranger bench, and I keep thinking that Mike Sullivan is just going to blow a gasket at some point with how many Tampa Bay Lightning players are open, especially on the rush, and the Rangers got caught again. This was a little bit of it was a half change. I think Gavrikov was trying to get off the ice, realized he couldn't, and it became a 2-on-1 going the other way. Borgen with a really good job taking away the pass, gave Shesterkin the shot, which is the way most goalies will want it, and Shesterkin ate it up.
Bit of a slow start in the period, Dave. Almost 3 minutes in, and the Lightning have all 5 shots already as off the draw. Girgensons run into by Trocheck.
Slow start comparative to what we saw in the last period.
Yes. Trocheck on the right way. It's going to be hard to be faster than that at any point. Forget tonight, this season. 7 goals on 18 shots in that opening frame. Puck doesn't get out. Kept in Trocheck. Plays it to a vacant wing. Picked up Schneider. Walks into the right wing circle. His shot off Dastu. And picked up by Girgensons, who's muscled down to the ice by Trocheck. Still got it to Bjorkstrand. Tapped it off the boards. Comes to the Ranger blue line. Vakanainen. Panarin, right wing side for Schneider. Takes it across center. Braden Schneider dumps it around Dastu. Vasilevsky out to play it. Up ahead for Gourde. Ends up coming back to Dastu. Played up for Girgensons. Knocked down by Schneider. Bjorkstrand working on Vakanainen, who won the battle for New York. Gets it to Panarin. Out to center. Out of the reach of Schneider. But it came to Miller, who taps it down the left wing side. He and Chernak deep in behind the Lightning goal. Dastu able to knock it away from Lafreniere. A little bit of room for Jake Gensel out to center. Run into by Gabe Perreault. Puck finds its way over to the right wing for Gergensen, who at the end of a shift will dump it down. Gensel working deep in the Rangers zone. Loose puck picked up by Soucy. Turned it over Kucherov. Swiped it out in front. Nobody home. J.J. Moser chasing after it. One hands it away from Borgen into the left wing corner. Lightning still on it. This is Braden Point to the line for Moser. Kicks it from right skate to forehand. D-to-D pass now down low. Kucherov right wing side. Kucherov trying to cut his way to the goal. Went off Shesterkin. Moser picks it up. Has it on the right wing side. He's got a man up top. It's Radish with a shot. May have clipped his own man. Gensel out in front. Comes to Miller. He'll backhand it to center. Too far for Zibanejad as the puck heads into the Lightning zone. Picked up by Darren Radish.
Good pace to start the period by both teams.
Kucherov on the left wing side. Enters into the Rangers zone. Kucherov over to the right wing. Here's Radish with a shot over the right shoulder of Shesterkin. Up to the left wing point for J.J. Moser. Moser will play this for Darren Radish. Now Gensel, eyed by Perreault. Gensel backhand pass Kucherov. Kucherov holding right wing side. Nikita Kucherov up top for Moser. Now gives it for Radish. Back to Kucherov. Right wing circle in front for Gensel. He had his stick tied up by Borgen. Gensel quickly on it to the left wing point. Moser now right wing side Radish. All Lightning here early. Kucherov up top. Radish plenty of space. He shoots. Stopped by Shesterkin. Rebound left wing corner. This is Gensel around the boards waiting right wing side is Kucherov. Into the circle. Nikita Kucherov up top. Darren Radish in the traffic. Glove save Shesterkin. And he hangs on with 14:50 to go.
Tampa with some really good offensive zone pressure here to start period number 2. You know, in the last period, the puck for 16 minutes and 32 seconds was in the offensive zone of one of the two teams. That's a ton. And it's starting here again in period number 2, and Tampa really was just ruling the roost here. Will Borgen made a couple of excellent defensive plays with his stick. There were a couple of really good reads, including the last one. He was in front of the net when that shot started to come in. He immediately got out of Shesterkin's way and tied up his check, gave Shesterkin the long-range shot.
Offensive zone draw won by the Lightning. Max Crozier, right wing side, his shot on the traffic, hit a man, and then off the hop, that was Jack Finley who struck the iron glove side on Shesterkin.
Remember the butt fumble with Mark Sanchez?
Vividly, yes.
We almost had the same thing here as that puck hit Carrick in the rear end, went right to Finley, almost buried it.
Carried up ahead by Curtis Douglas. He'll dump it down the right wing side. Adam Fox up ahead. Will Cooley. Now Sam Carrick on the right wing. Carrick across center. He'll fling it into the Lightning zone. Sheary run into by Crozier. Loose puck corralled by Douglas. Curtis Douglas unable to get it out of the zone. Back up to the blue line. A shot from Soucy. That struck Douglas. And now Finley moves it up ahead for Crozier. Comes to the New York blue line. Right wing. He'll dump it around Gavrikov. And out to play it is Shesterkin.
You can hit Douglas from 300 feet away. He's that big. That is just one large human being.
Arm strength from here is the only question for us. Moser in the right wing corner will flip it to his D partner. That's Radish. Lightning able to get out of the zone, and with speed, here comes Braden Point on the left wing side. Point trying to get around Schneider. Lost a handle on it, and then dangerously went into the boards. That's going to be a penalty. With 13:40 to go, and Braden Point a little bit slow, but he gets back up to his feet. Checked on by Igor Shesterkin. That's a good sight to see Braden Point popping back up after he went down hard. And I believe it's going to be Schneider who's going to go here heading into the timeout, Dave.
Classy move by Shesterkin to drift over just to make sure that Gord was okay. I'm sure you heard the thud.
New York minor penalty number 31, 2 minutes for tripping.
So it's actually Igor who gets it. It was Schneider defending, but it's Shesterkin who gets the penalty. They both had their stick in there. We'll tell you about it on the other side of this timeout.
Right at the last second.
You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Feel that 3 a.m. euphoria any time of the day. On BPM, a channel delivering non-stop dance and electronic hits. And live sets from the world's top DJs. The beat never stops on BPM Channel 52 and at home with SiriusXM on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Historic hockey moments.
February 7th, 1976, Toronto Maple Leafs captain Darryl Sittler dominates at home in an 11-4 win over Boston.
As long as he lives, he'll remember this evening. So will all of us doing the game here at Maple Leaf Gardens.
On SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
March 23rd, 1994, Wayne Gretzky passes his hero Gordie Howe for most goals scored.
Gretzky scores! He did it! The greatest goal scorer in National Hockey League history is Wayne Gretzky.
Los Angeles goal, a power play goal, and the 802nd National Hockey League goal scored by number 99, Wayne Gretzky.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Alongside Dave Starman and Alex Thomas here from Benchmark International Arena in Tampa. Lightning going to the power play for the first time tonight. But Dave, you and I got to look at the replay during the commercial timeout, and not a call that you're a big fan of.
No, for a couple of reasons. Number one is, as Gord was going to the net, his right shoulder, because of the way he was leaning over, was already over his left skate. He was past his left skate, so he's falling down at this point. Shesterkin stuck his stick out to try to go for the puck. Went for the puck first, and then Gord's feet made contact with Shesterkin's stick. And the referee was 110 feet away. I didn't like the way that whole sequence went down, and when you look at it on replay, not a penalty.
Good news is that point got right back up. That was a big thud. He went flying into the end boards. Zibanejad able to get it out to center.
And an even better sign is the Rangers winning a defensive zone draw shorthanded, which has been a little bit of a bugaboo for them last couple of games.
Kucherov weaves in left wing side, able to get it to Darren Radish. Now over to the right wing. Lightning setting things up. Radish at the point. Dishes off Kucherov right wing side. Swipes it down low for Gensel. Gensel, Kucherov into the right wing corner. Eyed by Soucy. Kucherov in front for point. Couldn't corral it. Comes to Zibanejad, now quickly Miller, and down the ice, and was looking to set up Braden Point there, kind of between the hash marks, just couldn't get that puck to settle.
Bjorkstrand on one flank. Rangers were not overplaying him, more overplaying on the Kucherov side, which for Tampa Bay was their right.
This is Kucherov in the left wing, carries it in. Nikita Kucherov in behind the Ranger goal. Eyed by Trocheck, who got a piece of the pass. Trocheck couldn't clear, kept in Darren Radish. Radish over left wing side, Bjorkstrand. Back to Radish at the blue line. Radish sends it down low for Gensel. He's got Point in the slot, dishes off Kucherov. Now Radish, one-timer and a blocker save by Shesterkin. Rebound into the left wing corner. Up the boards, Bjorkstrand kept in Radish. Try to play it down low and ends up getting too high and into the netting. Real quick, Dave, it's Adam Edstrom who is serving the penalty, the tripping call to the goaltender Igor Shesterkin.
Tampa trying to move the puck around. They got that first good opportunity, which came off their right side as Kucherov walked it in, trying to find Point between the hash marks. Rangers defended it really well. It's been a good defensive penalty kill so far. Started off with a one face-off and a clear. Lob will take this one on the right dot, and he wins it. 2 for 2.
Comes to Schneider, couldn't get a clear, but it takes a good bounce off a Lightning body, to center. Radish is pestered by Laba. Finally, Darren Radish able to get away from him and find Kucherov, who enters into the Rangers zone. Kucherov, backhand pass to his left wing for Bjorkstrand. Now up top for Darren Radish. Right wing side, here's Point. Down low, Gensel. Gensel looking. Up top, Radish, a shot. Too high over the right arm of Shesterkin. It bounces off of Point. Comes to Kucherov. Back to Point, a shot and a save by Shesterkin from just inside the right wing circle from Braden Point. And Igor up to the task. Hangs on with 23 ticks left in the penalty.
Outside of Munn Arena at Michigan State, these might be the liveliest boards I have ever seen. They are kicking off some wild rebounds, and you could tell Tampa's using it to their advantages. If they don't have an opportunity, they are going for the inboards, and those ricochet rebounds are coming flying off the backboards into high danger areas for Tampa.
Face off to Shesterkin's left. Puck will bleed into the right wing corner. Carson Soucy there for the Rangers was off balance, still got it to Zibanejad, and he'll backhand it down the ice. That'll take us into the final dozen seconds of this first power play for Tampa.
Rangers 3 for 3 on defensive zone draws, killing this penalty. And like I said, they've been well under 500 their last couple of games in that area. Nice improvement.
Kucherov dancing in, a backhander denied by Shesterkin. Nikita Kucherov, nearly a terrific individual effort. Now Chernak, right wing side, gets it to Kucherov, trying to play it out in front, went off Zibanejad. Comes to Dastu in the left wing, back to 5-on-5. Chernak, Kucherov, leaned on by Zibanejad. Right wing side, Kucherov trying to get it free. Went off of the stick of Zibanejad, now Miller. He's got a Lightning defender all over him. That was Gensel. And the Rangers able to dump it in onto Vasilevsky, make a change. Panarin, Lafreniere shoots, and he missed by the glove of Vasilevsky. Careless with the puck were the Lightning. They're careless again, but this time doesn't result in a turnover.
The Rangers score there. Vasilevsky would have put the nail in his own coffin. He literally turned the puck right over and almost gave the Rangers a goal from a great scoring area.
Dastu took a bump from Trocheck, able to keep possession for a moment. Kept in at the right wing side by Fox. Eventually comes to Gord, and now here he goes the other way with Gonzalez. Gage Gonzalez, right wing side, trying to cut into the slot. Good job by Gavrikov. And now Lafreniere the other way up the left wing across center. He'll dump it into the Lightning zone. Vasilevsky comes out to play it. Rangers make changes. 10:34 to go in period 2.
Sorry, Alex. You could tell coming out of that penalty kill, the Rangers are doing what they can to stabilize this game a little bit. So put the pucks in deep, set up a forecheck, slow the pace down just a little bit until they can get it back to the pace they want it.
Gergenson's chip set around Schneider. Shots are 10-1 here for Tampa in this second period. Laba pass just missed him. Schneider gets on his horse right wing side, takes it to center, flings it into the Lightning zone. Will Cooley. Lost it, Crozier. Picked up by Lilleberg. Good pass up ahead, Lightning are out of the zone. That was Scott Sabourin who dumps this into the Ranger end, and this was going to be icing. It's waved off. Vakanainen out to center, gets away from Sheary and Crozier. Another icing waved off.
By the way, a moment ago, Kucherov had a great chance. Shesterkin made a good save, but the reason it was a good save and not a great save was an excellent one-on-one play by Carson Soucy defending Kucherov, keeping him to the outside, keeping his gap tight, didn't let Kucherov get anywhere dangerous.
Carrick didn't get all that pass. It's turned over, and now Radish will enter in on the right wing side with Carrick and Borgen draped all over him. Loose puck comes to Soucy, trying to poke it away from point. Taken by Radish, leaned on by Carrick. 9:23 to go in the second period. 4 bodies, 2 aside, dig away in the right wing. Point comes away with it, leaned on again by Sam Carrick. Adam Edstrom in there for the Rangers as well. Puck pops loose, comes to Gensel, defended well by Borgen. Right wing corner, Gensel swings it up the boards for Darren Radish. D to D for Mosier, left wing side rather. He'll send it down low. Kucherov on the right wing, eyed by Sam Carrick. Kucherov up top for Radish. Good stick by Edstrom to poke it away all the way into the Lightning zone. Radish has Edstrom all over him. Couldn't get clean possession of the puck. Edstrom working right wing side of the Lightning zone. Great work by 84 in white.
How'd you like to see that freight train coming at you with his big long strides?
This is Gavrikov. Gave it away. Gensel, right wing. This is Point. Into the Ranger zone, has Kucherov. Kucherov walks in, he shoots, saves Shesterkin. Rebound picked up and moved up the ice by Adam Fox. Now JT Miller, left wing, rockets off the skates of Taylor Radish into the Lightning zone. Mosier lost it to Miller, and then Mosier sliding into home base, if you will, had it go off of him.
That's a touchy subject in Tampa, that whole baseball thing right now.
JT Miller plays it down. Well, home plate plays are a little more touchy, maybe north of the border in Toronto than anything.
Yeah, it's a good play. Good point.
As we get a whistle, played with a high stick with 8:10 to go here in period number 2. Rangers still leading by a score of 4-3. Shots are 10-2 for the Lightning. Here in the second period, Ranger penalty kill comes up big. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the ice, playing pickup on a Saturday, or scoring the game winner in overtime. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level. And the stakes? Oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, Superior Light Beer, the official beer sponsor of the New York Rangers. Enjoy responsibly. 2025 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, less than 1 gram of protein, and 0 grams of fat per 12 ounces.
Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers, are here to help with your heat and water heating needs. Hockey season is the perfect time to replace that beast in your basement, that old, inefficient boiler, with a highly efficient Peerless boiler. It's a perfect match for homes, apartments, commercial buildings, you name it. Get all the heat you need efficiently and save on your energy bill all year long. Learn more about the entire Peerless Boiler family of products and to find a local installer near you. Just visit PeerlessBoilers.com, and remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Here's a club you want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Rangers hockey on ESPN New York is brought to you by your local Honda dealers. 8:10 to go in the second period from Benchmark International Arena in Tampa, Florida. Alongside Dave Starman and Alex Thomas. And Dave, this period has been a little bit different than the first period. First, we've seen no goals through 11-plus minutes. That is unfathomable after period number 1. But
certainly not from lack of effort on Tampa's part.
No, well, that was the next point is First period, the Rangers dominated at 5-on-5. Tampa's had the edge in that area here in period 2.
Tampa's been swarming, and Shesterkin needed a really good period after period number 1, where probably would have wanted at least one of those back. But he's been excellent here in period number 2. Rebound control's been there. Rangers have been a little ragged, structure-wise, in their own zone as the Rangers entice the puck. There'll be a face-off on their own end with 7:58 to go here in period number 2. Now, remember early in the pregame show we talked about the dice, the 5 on the dice, and
yes,
retreated to dice when things have gotten scrambly? It's looked a little bit more like a pentagon than dice to start period number 2 here. It has been very open. It's been very perimeter-based, but there have been some gaps in the middle that Tampa's taken advantage of.
Face-off to Shesterkin's left, won by Trocheck.
Now, you would have thought I was really good in geometry right after that whole spiel?
Yes.
Not even close.
Certainly better than I was. This is out to center ice off the stick of Bjorkstrand. Pinballs around, comes to Lafreniere in front of the Lightning bench. Can only chip it up ahead, and Yanni Gourde is there for Tampa. Plays it over to Lilleberg, now D-to-D for Crozier. Trying to get away from Panarin. Crozier swipes it up the left wing side, Gourde. Trocheck able to take it from him. Knocked it into the Lightning zone. Vasilevsky behind his own net. Away from Crozier. Bjorkstrand up ahead for Gourde. Lightning could have numbers the other way. Gergensen. Instead, it's a turnover. And here comes Fox with Panarin going to the goal. There's the pass. And Panarin's stick was tied up by Bjorkstrand. Didn't get all of it.
What a play by Fox in the neutral zone. And what a pass by Fox to get it to the middle of Zibanejad. Nice shift so far by 23 in white.
This is Borgen up ahead. Panarin now for Fox. He enters in again right wing side with speed. Fox looking, steers it toward the goal. Went off Vasilevsky and then off Sheary. Left wing side Laba. Pass for Sheary out of his reach. Crozier there first. Sheary leaning on him. Plays it up right wing side. Will Borgen. Down low for Sheary in the right wing corner. Sheary. Cooley shoots. Blocked. On the way in by Kachuk. Picked up by Gergensen. Plays it around the boards. Waiting for it is Crozier. Peeks over his shoulder. Plenty of space. Sends it down into the corner, Lilleberg, to the right of his goaltender, Vasilevsky. Run into by Will Cooley. Laba. Puck comes back to Lilleberg off the stick of Sheary. Eventually, Lightning able to gain possession out to center. Over the left shoulder of Kachuk into the Lightning's, rather into the Rangers zone. This is Borgen. Plays it D-to-D for Soucy. Leaned on by Kachuk. Loose puck corralled by Kucherov. Gonzalez down for Kachuk. Up ahead for Kucherov. Nikita Kucherov trying to spin off the right wing boards. Kucherov turns. That shot went off of the stick of Sheary into the left wing corner. Up the boards, Kucherov right wing side. Sheary still on him. Kucherov gave it away. Sheary, great pass up ahead off the boards. Pinballs around. Here's Laba trying to cut into the Lightning zone. Defended well. Dastu up ahead for Kachuk. He'll kick it to Gonzalez. Gage Gonzalez drops it. Boris Kachuk left wing side. His pass went off the skates of Gabe Perreault out to center.
Laba needs to change desperately, but what a nice shift at the end of a shift for him to pressure a puck.
Gage Gonzalez working 1-on-5 to the drop it to the point for Jack Finley. Got by him all the way to the Lightning blue line. Darren Radish. Now Finley trying to play it back to Radish. Hopped over his stick. Comes to Vasilevsky. He will leave it for Radish. Swung up the boards. Waiting for it is big Curtis Douglas. Trying to enter in on the left wing. Defended well by Fox. Now Zibanejad. Gavrikov up ahead off of Perreault. In the right wing corner. Darren Radish there to pick it up for Tampa. Leaned on by Perreault. Able to get it to Finley off Zibanejad and into the seats with 5:14 to go in period number 2. Rangers remain in the lead, 4-3 with 5:14 remaining in the middle frame. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York in the MSG Radio Network.
Sam Roberts is obsessed with pro wrestling, and now he's got a show to talk about it on Pro Wrestling Nation 24/7.
Everything that we do here is for a reason, I swear. I'm not just meandering until I get back to the start point.
Experience Sam Roberts' unique takes.
There is no way you can tell me that Dominic Mysterio at this point in his career is not a Bart Simpson babyface.
Get inside the storylines with Sam Roberts, Monday through Thursday, noon Eastern. Not Sam Wrestling Live. Pro Wrestling Nation 24/7, channel 156.
Historic hockey moments on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
New Year's Day, January 1st, 2008, at the home of the NFL's Buffalo Bills, Ralph Wilson Stadium.
The Pittsburgh Penguins and Buffalo Sabres are set to play despite the snow that's been falling all morning, and more than 73,000 are here to witness it in the game they're calling the Winter Classic. Penguins win! Snow flying in their faces as they celebrate.
Never miss a moment on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
April 14th, 2010, the Philadelphia Flyers join an exclusive club, the hard way.
History made in Boston tonight. The Flyers defeat the Bruins 4-3. They are the third team in NHL history to come from behind after trailing a series 3-0.
The hockey history continues. Never miss a moment on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Under review.
And stop making excuses for bad goaltending. And is it bad? Is it horrendous? If you don't win because you don't make a save or two, yeah. The nature of it is the goaltender is responsible for 90% of the action. He's got to stop the puck. Why do we keep making apologies for goaltending? Stop it.
Under review with Mick Kerr. 11 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91, and the Sirius XM app.
It was cold coming down from Hartford, so I had to stay warm in the car ride.
Yeah, you know what? You made a good move. It was nice and warm today, but it was a little cool this morning.
I figure we're going to be in Columbus Saturday. It could be a little chilly there, so you can take off. You can only take off so many layers, so you got to have what you need.
That's a good point.
Lafreniere left wing side gets it to Fox. Rangers win an O-zone draw, and now Lafreniere finds Gavrikov right wing circle, trying to play it in front, too far ahead of Panarin. Picked up by Gord with under 5 now to go here in period 2. Dastu in his own end. We saw 7 goals in period 1. That's all we've got so far. 4-3 New York here. 4:50 to go in the second. Girgensons walks in. His shot hit Fox. Came back to Girgensons. Takes it right wing side. Yanni Gord picks it up. Fox leaning on him. Gord plays it back in over the right wing corner. Gavrikov gets inside on Gensel. Trocheck trying to dig it free. Gord in there as well. He's hammered down to the ice by Fox. Lightning were looking for a call, none forthcoming, and now the Rangers take it out of the zone. Lafreniere, he's got a man going up ahead. It's Trocheck. Good job by Girgensons. Thought it was the stick. Might have actually been the right skate of Zemgus Girgensons that broke that up.
Oh, Lafreniere wanted that one badly. Waited about a half a second too long, but it was a really good look by Lafreniere, and then the Rangers have just iced the puck with 4:13 to go. Let's see what side Tampa decides that they're going to take this on. They're going to take it on the right side, so it'll be to the glove side of Shesterkin.
That line of Gensel, Kucherov, and points out there for John Cooper, who, Dave, we talked about in the open, they're dealing with so many injuries, and now they're down to just 11 forwards. We haven't seen Brandon Hagel since the first period when he took a big hit from Carson Soucy. And he hasn't returned. That's a big loss. Coming into tonight, Hagel had 5 points in his last 2 games, including 3 goals.
One of the reasons that you draft extra centers, and the Rangers just iced the puck again, one of the reasons why you draft extra centers and keep extra centers in your lineup, it's much easier to take a center and move them to the wing than it is the other side. And if you get into injury issues, you could always take a kid that was a center, a player that was a center, that's playing on the wing in the game and move them over. Look at the example of Miller and Zibanejad. They can be interchangeable, but if a centerman for the Rangers gets hurt, you could always move one of the two of them to a different line.
Faceoff will come to the left of Shesterkin. We've seen that a few times tonight where Zibanejad's been sent out of the circle. Miller's gone in, taking the draw in one said draw.
I'll tell you, nobody cheats better than Zibanejad. I mean, he encroaches on the dot. He's got his feet above the tees and the face-off circle. Nobody cheats better than he does, and he wins a lot of draws because of it, and that long stick.
Gensel in his own zone. Lost it left wing boards. Cooley swipes it down low, but there to clean it up is Darren Radich. Run into by Zibanejad. Mosier up ahead, point. Now Gensel, left wing side, Nikita Kucherov. Kucherov enters in on the left wing. Kucherov holds. He's got it at the blue line. Eyed by Miller. Backhand pass Mosier. His shot was off of Cooley out to center. Mosier quickly on it with 3:25 to go in the period. Darren Radich, right wing side. He'll gain the blue line. Fire it around the boards. Knocked down by Borgen. Tried to play it up ahead for Cooley. Went off Kucherov out to center ice. Lightning have it. Crozier, Mosier. Stick blew up on him. Now for Cooley. Enters in left wing. Drops it Noah Laba. Shot stopped by Vasilevsky. Rebound picked up by Gensel. Finds Kucherov with 3:02 to go in the period. Kucherov gets away from Noah Laba, who's had a good rookie year. 6 points already, including 3 goals. Had an assist on Monday. Kept in at the point by Perreault. Gabe Perreault takes a return feed. Fires one that's blocked away by Vasilevsky. Laba. So Laba out there with Perreault and Sheary right now. Puck comes to Oliver Bjorkstrand. Moves it up ahead for Boris Tkachuk. Takes it across center ice. Tkachuk will fire it into the right wing corner. Vasilevsky out of his net. Plays it. Stepping on the puck and tripping down was Bjorkstrand. Chernak. Right wing side. Bjorkstrand takes a return feed. Shot kicked away by the right pad of Shesterkin. Came off the right wing boards.
That was a clinic on how to get rid of a puck quickly by Bjorkstrand. What a shot and what a reception of the puck.
Bjorkstrand finds Kucherov. Bjorkstrand shot. Went off the heel of his stick. Dave Gray Sheary into the left wing corner. Picked up by Laba. Up ahead. Here come the Rangers. This is Gabe Perreault with Sheary going to the goal, but Chernak knocks Perreault off the puck.
Perreault's at the end of a shift. That's why he couldn't control the puck. Normally for Perreault, that's a goal, and he scored a million of them just like that at Boston College.
Gage Gonzalez lost it. Sam Carrick. Puck doesn't get out. Here's a chance for Bjorkstrand off the stick of Adam Fox and out of play with 1:57 to go. And not only did he score 10 of those at BC, and when he was called up, Dave, he was leading Hartford in goals with 5. He's the AHL's Player of the Week for the week ending November 2nd. It's been the first time in a few years that a Wolfpack player's won that award, dating back to Louis Domingue. He was off to a great start before his recall.
The one thing Mike Sullivan talked about this morning with Perreault was, and I know everybody was clamoring for him to get called up after the loss of the Penguins opening night, you need to give time to players coming out of the NCAA or Major Junior, some time to assimilate into professional hockey, not just the NHL, but just into pro hockey. So you let him marinate for a while in the American League, and then you bring him up. Now he's at least got some pro experience under his belt.
Shot from the right wing point from Darren Radish. It's something on the way in. Scott Sabourin was bumped before he could pick up that puck, and on the Rangers are out on the left wing side. It's Panarin into the Lightning zone on the left wing. Right wing pass. Here's Trocheck. A shot. He scores. Vincent Trocheck. Vasilevsky, Dave, looked like he tripped over himself, and Trocheck able to beat him for his first goal of the season. And the Rangers go up by 2 with 1:41 to go in the second.
And that's exactly what happened. First of all, it was a great pass by Panarin, and we've seen a million of those this year where Panarin gains the zone, comes down the wing on his offside, and as soon as he gains the line, looks to go way across ice, and Trocheck picked the puck up in the right wing circle, and as he got to the dot, Vasilevsky went to shuffle towards his glove side, and he literally just blew a shoe, and Trocheck slides it in, and the reaction of Lafreniere and Trocheck is just priceless. Like, Trocheck is just looking with a smile on his face like, I cannot believe I just beat one of the best goalies in the world because he fell down.
I mean, Dave, Trocheck was in that right wing circle. That area code was Vincent Trocheck and nobody else.
Oh, 100%.
So it's the first goal of the year for Trocheck, who had 2 assists in his return in the lineup on Monday, and Artemi Panarin has got 3 assists tonight and now 10 on the year.
Big cat in goal. Looked like he had a little catnip as he was coming across the crease there.
Just a weird night for the Lightning with a lot of weird bounces continues, and the Rangers taking advantage up 5-3 here late in the second. Shot from Cooley struck Chernak up high. He's been a magnet for the puck tonight in a way that's going to probably require a couple of ice bags.
And for the Rangers, in a period they had no business being in, credit 2 things. Igor Shesterkin, who's been tremendous, and the Rangers for a timely opportunity on the rush.
Miller will find a loose puck, swipe it into the right wing corner, and now the Lightning going to be guilty of icing as Lilleberg's pass was nowhere near Gergenson's with 46 seconds even to go in period number 2.
See, now this is how you take a game that's winnable still and potentially put a bigger wedge in it. Lilleberg did not have to ice the puck there, and you're under a minute to go. So now you're giving the Rangers off a goal, an offensive zone draw, and a chance to quick strike again. This is one of those plays where if you're Lilleberg, off the glass, let it sift its way through center ice and die quietly in a face-off dot inside the Rangers zone. Instead, he got greedy, nobody there, and he ices the puck.
Trocheck will take the O-zone draw. Lafreniere trying to get it back to Borgen. Good job by Borgen on his backhand to get that away from Braden Point. Right wing corner, Gergensons. Takes a bump from Trocheck, comes to Max Crozier. Up the boards for Point, defended well by Borgen. Here's Trocheck, right wing circle, the cross one-timer from Panarin. May have clipped Lilleberg as it went wide. Up to the right wing point for Borgen, 26 seconds to go in the period. Rangers setting things up here. Panarin, back up top right wing side, Will Borgen. He's already got his first goal of the season tonight, gives it for Lafreniere. Now Soucy, 15 seconds to go in the period. Panarin's got 3 assists already. Fanned on that pass, and the Lightning are going to gain possession, and Kucherov going to take it out of the zone before he'll curl back in with Lafreniere all over him.
Lightning really dodged a bullet there. Liljegren must have been looking around like, thank goodness that one-timer by Trocheck missed.
Horn will sound, and a sea of blue shirts, a lot of Ranger fans here tonight, rise to their feet to applaud the visiting team. That, Dave, in that second period, it might not have been the prettiest period, but you mentioned it. Their goaltender was great, as Igor Shesterkin often is. And then they take advantage of a miscue at the other end, and it's Trocheck who gives them a 2-goal lead. And I got to ask, for the Lightning, a team that's dealing with a ton of injuries right now, that had to feel like their process was pretty good in the second period, that one's got to feel maybe not like a backbreaker, but kind of like a backbreaker.
They're fragile right now. There's no question about it. They played a great period. They should have gone into the dressing room, even if they were down 4-3, saying to themselves that they have control of the game. They outskated the Rangers. They beat them in every department. They're winning battles on the half walls. They're winning low corners. Everything went right for Tampa. And then, unfortunately, for the goaltender Vasilevsky, he trips on a shot coming at him. Puck goes in. And then he almost gave up another one at the end. So basically, you control the period for 18 and a half minutes. You kind of give away the last 90 seconds, and now it feels like everything went for nothing.
First goal of the year for Vincent Trocheck from Artemi Panarin, his third assist of the night, 10th of the year, and Vladislav Gavrikov. Time of the goal, 18 minutes and 19 seconds. Rangers lead 5-3 through 2 tonight, looking for their league-leading 8th road win of the season. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. During the More to Move You event, get 1.9% financing on a new Mazda 2025 CX-50 Hybrid Preferred or lease for $279 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN SN128251. MSRP $36,570. Zero security deposit. APR $17.48 per 1,000 financed. And 12/125.
Hi, everyone. Julie Stewart-Binks here, along with former NHLer Nate Thompson. Join us on Energy Line as we share our takes, stories, and surprise guests every week. Patrick Kane, 3-time Stanley Cup champion. Team USA head coach Mike Sullivan. 6-time Stanley Cup champion Mark Messier.
With over 800 NHL games, I know a couple guys.
Biz didn't have Twitter. No one knew who he was, so I called Whit, and I'm like, how is Biz? He was like, I'm telling you right now, you're going to hate him. Then he'll be your best friend.
Listen on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts,
or wherever you get your podcasts.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Experience the sophisticated taste of the best single malt whiskey in the world, the Macallan, founded in 1824. The Macallan is renowned worldwide for its extraordinary single malt whiskeys. Their outstanding quality and distinctive character reveal the uncompromised excellence they pursue. Whether your taste is sherry oak or double cask, the Macallan single malt whiskey is for you. Pick up the Macallan today at your nearest liquor store. The Macallan, the single malt whiskey against which all others must be judged. Crafted without compromise. Please savor the Macallan responsibly.
This is the New York Rangers Intermission Report. Now, here's Dan Grassa on the MSG Radio Network.
Hi, we welcome into the New York Rangers second intermission report. Dan Grassa with it. Well, a lot more calm second period, I should say, compared to the 7-goal fireworks that we had in the first 20 minutes of regulation. But it's the New York Rangers who would get the only tally of that middle frame, and they extend their lead over the Tampa Bay Lightning to 5-3. After 2 periods of play. Vinny Trocheck continuing to make an impact in just his second game back in the lineup after a 14-game absence. His first of the season at 18-19 of that second period from Artemi Panarin and Vlad Gavrikov. Panarin, his third assist of the night. So this is Artemi's third 3+ point game of the season. He's got 8 points in the last 4 games. And Trocheck, that is his third point in the last 2 since coming back in the lineup. The only power play in that second period went to the Lightning as Igor Shesterkin inadvertently tripped up Braden Point. So he was called for tripping at 6:20, but the Ranger PK kills off the 2-minute penalty, and so the Rangers have a 5-3 lead after 2 periods. Just a little bit of a postscript on that crazy first period where 7 goals went on the scoreboard there. It was the third 7-goal period this year in the National Hockey League, and the last time there was a 7-goal first period between the two teams, you got to go all the way back to March of 2023. So the Rangers have a 2-goal lead going into the final 20 minutes of regulation, but Tampa Bay once again outshot them in that second period, 12-5, and they have a 2-period edge in that department, 22-13. So even though the Rangers are getting outshot, they're the ones that are in control on the scoreboard, at least, by a score of 5-3. We mentioned Brandon Hagel, who left in the first period after getting caught up with Carson Soucy. He has not returned for the Tampa Bay Lightning, so they're going to be without one of their best goal scorers, it seems like, for the final 20 minutes of regulation. They're without, of course, several other key contributors, such as Victor Hedman, Ryan McDonough for this game from the jump. The Centennial jersey, well, it's taking center ice this season. See the historic sweater hit MSG Ice and secure your tickets today by heading to NewYorkrangers.com/Centennial schedule. Still more for us to do here on the New York Rangers second intermission report. When we come back, we'll check out the out-of-town scoreboard around the National Hockey League on this Wednesday. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues right after this timeout.
Engines rev, are you listening?
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days, where you can drive in a Honda wonderland of your own with a great offer on a fun-to-drive new Accord, Civic, CR-V, or HR-V. Hurry into your local Honda dealer and experience the wonder of Happy Honda Days with a great deal on your favorite Honda today.
Driving in a Honda wonderland.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
1 in every 6 men is likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime. That's why New York Presbyterian wants to remind men over 50 to book a prostate cancer screening. A simple blood test is all it takes. It could save your life. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester at locations near you. Schedule your annual prostate cancer screening today at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the ice, playing pickup on a Saturday, or scoring the game winner in overtime. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level. And the stakes? Oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, Superior Light Beer, the official beer sponsor of the New York Rangers. Enjoy responsibly. 2025 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer. St. Louis, Missouri, 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, less than 1 gram of protein, and 0 grams of fat per 12 ounces.
Every unforgettable Rangers moment is built on passion, precision, and legacy. The same qualities that define London Jewelers. For 100 years, London Jewelers has helped generations celebrate life's biggest wins, from engagements and anniversaries to milestones that last forever. Because true brilliance isn't just seen, it's felt, shared, and passed on. From luxury jewelry to fine timepieces, London Jewelers is where moments become memories that last a lifetime. London Jewelers, celebrating 100 years of excellence. Visit London Jewelers at any of their 6 locations.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their saving. During the More to Move You event, lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-5 2.5S all-wheel drive for $229 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN S0754711. MSRP $31,070. Zero security deposit. Ends 12/1/25.
Here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Dan Grasso back on the Rangers' second intermission report. 5-3 Blue Shirts over the Tampa Bay Lightning after 2 periods of play. Vinny Trocheck continuing his strong return to the lineup. The only goal in that middle frame, 18-19 of even strength, his first of the season from Artemi Panarin and Vlad Gavrikov. Rangers fans, don't miss a moment off the ice. Catch ESPN New York on YouTube for all the New York sports talk you love, weekdays from 6A to 7P. Subscribe right now and stay locked in. ESPN New York is on YouTube. Let's take a peek now at the out-of-town scoreboard on this Wednesday. Just 3 other games on the docket. The only one that's underway right now is in Philadelphia, where the Oilers have jumped down to a 1-0 lead over the Flyers midway through the second period. Evan Bouchard, his 3rd of the season. Edmonton kicking off a 7-game road trip. They have points in 6 of their last 8. Philadelphia, meantime, points in 3 straight. Momentarily, it'll be Utah hosting Buffalo. Sabres with the fewest points in the Eastern Conference this year. They're winless in 6 of their last 7, and they're the only team without a road win in the National Hockey League. Utah, meantime, has lost 5 of 6, but they're 4-1 on their home ice. Also coming up a little bit later on, the Devils will be in Chicago to take on the Blackhawks. Jersey first in the Metro. They're 1 point up on the Carolina Hurricanes. They're 2-0-1 in their last 3. Chicago, meantime, trying for a 4th consecutive victory. 5-3 is our score with the Rangers over Tampa Bay after 2 periods of play. So we had touched on Vinny Trocheck and the impact that he has made so far in a short amount of time. But apart from Vinny, how about the impact he's had on Alexis Lafreniere and Artemi Panarin, his line mates? Panarin, 2 multi-point games in a row now. He's up to 5 in the last 2. And Lafreniere, with the goal tonight, has 4 points in the last 2 games. So what about that impact? Well, Mike Sullivan touched on it yesterday at practice.
Troch is such a good player on both sides of the puck. He's always in the right spots, positionally, and it's subtle, so it probably goes unnoticed to the casual eye, but if you comb through the game film like we do, there are so many instances where on the defensive side, Troch gets a stick on a play, breaks up a play in the neutral zone that may go unnoticed because he's in the right spots and he has a good stick and he sees the play and he anticipates. What that does for Laff and Brett is it provides them a counter opportunity, a counterattack opportunity where they can get the puck with a little bit of separation. And when they get in those instances, I think it allows Brett and Laff to play to their strength, which I think is their ability to produce offense and see it and create off the rush when those opportunities present itself. And I think Troch brings that element to their line. He's a very solid defensive center iceman, wins faceoffs, is gritty. But I think maybe the biggest attribute that he has that probably flies under the radar is just how sound he is positionally. He's in the right spots all the time. And because of that, he doesn't chase the game. The game comes to him. And, he has a good stick. And I think the guys on his flanks, Brett and Laff, I think they become the benefactors of that because he creates a lot of counterattack opportunities in all 3 zones because of how sound he is positionally and his ability to get a stick on a puck and create a turnover where that window of opportunity on the other side in the transition game is wide open. And that's, I think, that might be Laff and Brett's biggest strength offensively is that transition game. And I think Troch is a guy that really helps that for those 2 guys.
Now, fast forward to earlier today after the morning skate where the subject of Artemi Panarin was brought up to the coach, and he was asked what it looks like when Brett is at his best.
I think when he's at his best, the puck follows him around. He finds a way to have it a lot. I thought the last game he had it a lot. Yeah. So, there are probably a number of reasons for that, but that's what the game looks like when he's at his best. I think he's a threat off the rush. I think he has an uncanny ability to delay or slow the play down and allow the rush to go by him and then create opportunity. I think he's getting better as far as supporting the play in the offensive zone. We're trying to encourage him to be a little bit closer to his line mates, and I think he's doing a better job there. I thought his line had more offensive zone time. I think that line has the ability to create offense a number of different ways. They're going to be dangerous off the rush because they're talented, but they can build that grind game and they can be dangerous there also because they're talented. So, but that takes collective effort there, and that's where we're trying to help them. But I thought the line in general had a strong game last game.
And they're having another strong game this evening as well. Let's pause 10 seconds and allow stations to identify themselves on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
This is your radio home for New York Rangers hockey. This is 1050 ESPN, WEPN, New York.
Time now for this date in New York Rangers history, and a momentous one on November the 12th, 2007. Mark Messier, the captain, was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame. The Hockey Hall of Fame had its 2025 induction ceremony just a couple of nights back in Toronto. We are celebrating our original six era, so get tickets to see the Rangers take on the Red Wings on November the 16th and receive an exclusive commemorative ticket. Head to NewYorkRangers.com/original6 to secure your seat. So Vinny Trocheck is first of the season at 18-19. The only goal of that second period from Panarin and Gavrikov to give the Rangers a 5-3 lead heading into the final 20 minutes of regulation. And the Blue Shirts 5-0 this year when leading after 40 minutes of play. Tampa Bay 0-2-1 when trailing after 2 periods. When this game goes final, we'll be right back here to wrap it up for you on the postgame show. But coming up next, we send it back down to Tampa. Alex Thomas and Dave Starman, they've got the call for you. The Rangers looking to continue their road mastery. They lead the Lightning by a score of 5-3 heading into the third period. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
This has been the New York Rangers Intermission Report. Blue Shirts Hockey is next.
Feel that 3 a.m. euphoria any time of the day. On BPM, a channel delivering non-stop dance and electronic hits. And live sets from the world's top DJs. The beat never stops on BPM Channel 52 and at home with SiriusXM on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Historic hockey moments on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, your NHL 100.
Is the greatest player to ever play sitting at the podium right now?
We talk about this all the time. That's what makes sports great, and that's what makes hockey wonderful. I think we're all in pretty much agreement that Gordy was pretty special.
The hockey history continues. Never miss a moment on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments.
Mr. Hockey's final NHL goal, April 9th, 1980, the Hartford Whalers at the Montreal Canadiens.
Howe over the line to his father, son to father, back into, they score! Number 9, Father Howe. And they're going to give him a standing ovation here in the Montreal Forum. A tremendous tribute to one of the most amazing athletes in any sport.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Welcome back inside Benchmark International Arena in Tampa, Florida. I'm Alex Thomas, joined by Dave Starman. 40 minutes in the books tonight. Rangers lead 5-3 over the Lightning. And Dave, let's start here. The Lightning do a lot of things well in that period, but the Rangers get a goal from Vincent Trocheck, and you noticed a couple of things on that strike.
2 things struck me. Number 1 is I give Trocheck a lot of credit because most guys would have gotten that puck, put their head down, and blasted it. He didn't. He wanted to make a conscious effort to keep the puck low on the ice. I think he shanked it just a little bit as he put it towards the net, and Vasilevsky, that was the one where he was coming across and fell down. So a really nice play by Trocheck, nice intention, and he literally pool-cued it into the net. That would end the night for Vasilevsky. He finished the period, but he has been replaced by Jonas Johansson, who I vaguely remember as the goaltender for Team Sweden during the World Junior Championships back in the mid-2000 teens.
Johansson wears number 31. He's in goal to our broadcast left. Rangers going right to left. Lightning left to right in this third period.
By the way, sort of a funny thing. Go ahead, and I'll tell you in a second.
I just want to make sure we let you know that when it's game time, it's Tully time. The third period puck drop brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the all-new Tullamore Dew Honey during tonight's action.
And it looked like one of the Lightning assistants and the equipment manager were doing that because they ran right into each other as one was running down the tunnel and the other one was running back the other way. It was kind of a funny scene as this started to unfold.
Speaking of the tunnel, that's where Brandon Hagel went in the first period, and he has not returned. So the Lightning were dealing with a ton of injuries, already down to 11 forwards tonight. Yanni Gourde on the left wing side, down by 2. Rangers looking for their NHL leading 8th victory in the road this year. They were 7-1-1 entering tonight. They've won their last 4 on the road, tied with Los Angeles for the most road wins in the NHL. Rick Chernak has it on the right wing side. He'll flip this out to center ice, bouncing puck. Will come to Carson Soucy. Up ahead for Vincent Trocheck on the left wing. Trocheck across. There's a quick shot from Lafreniere. And Johansson makes his first save of the hockey game, and it's not an easy one.
What a pass, what a save. And by the way, good eyesight by you noticing Hagel not on the bench. Now our good buddy Kenny Albert is on a flight to Madrid right now listening to the game on the app. And so I'll honor him by telling a story he once told me. You remember Bill Chadwick used to do TV for the Rangers, only had one eye. So one night, he's looking down at the bench and turns to Jim Gordon. He says to Jim Gordon, hey, the Rangers are short a player. Ron Duguay has not come back to the bench. Jim Gordon turns to him and says, that's great eyesight, Bill. And the big whistle turns to him and goes, well, you're half right.
57 seconds into the third period. Face off to the left of Johansson. He's 3-1-0, by the way, with a .916 save percentage in 4 games this year. Coming in tonight in place of Andrei Vasilevsky, who surrendered 5 goals on 13 shots with the Rangers. Carson Soucy's shot is blocked by Boris Tkachuk on the way in. I mentioned earlier, Tkachuk's first NHL game since April of 2014 with Ottawa. Played all of last season on an AHL contract with the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. The top producer for that team, and earned an NHL deal on July 1 with the Lightning. Oliver Bjorkstrand leaned on by Alexis Lafreniere up to the Lightning blue line. Artemi Panarin able to get it to Trocheck. Bobbles it for a moment. Trocheck picks it back up left wing point. Gavrikov sends it into the corner. Comes to JT Miller behind the Lightning goal. Banks it off the right wing wall. Here's Fox, a shot in the traffic. Blocked by Bjorkstrand. Comes right wing side. Mosier knocks JT Miller down on the ice. Both of them get back up. Darren Radish had to go off of Artemi Panarin. Puck pops loose. Panarin, a shot denied by Johansson.
What a save that was.
Gage Gonzalez will find the loose puck and carry it out right wing side. He'll take it across center and dump it into the Rangers zone. Igor Shesterkin gave up 3 in the first period, but he was perfect in period number 2. A high difficulty frame as Jake Gensel takes it left wing corner, gets it to Kucherov. Drops it back up top. Big blast from the blue line by Lilleberg, missed by the blocker of Shesterkin, and ends up out of play with 17:54 to go in period 3.
I guarantee the message that Mike Sullivan gave his team was along the lines of, hey, this has been a really unpredictable kind of game, which we're probably pretty fortunate to be in right now with a 5-3 lead, being that we were so badly outplayed in period number 2. And the mindset, I think, for the Rangers needs to be to extend the lead. Like, they need to play like this game is tied and not sit on a 2-goal lead. The killer instinct mentality of playing for the next goal, I think, has to be prevalent here.
Well, we talked about that top line as Taylor Radish fires one that Johansson makes the right pad save on.
And the Rangers have come out shooting. They've come out flying.
Cooley on the left wing side. His shot rides up the stick of Crozier and up and out of play with 17:38 to go. You know, we saw the Lightning come out like this, Dave, in the second period. Shot out of a cannon, 5 shots in the first 3 minutes, and they controlled a large portion of that period 5-on-5. Rangers are not sitting on their heels here.
They can't. Like, this is just not a game where you can sit back because, like we talked about, this game's been a little overserved, and it's wobbly. And if you're a experienced veteran team that wants to make a long run, these are the games that you take by the horns and wrestle them away from your opponent and win them convincingly.
Off the left wing boards, Laba kicks it back to Soucy. Now Borgen right wing side, down low for Perreault. Second game of the season for the former first-round draft choice. Lost the puck, Finley's got it for the Lightning, banks it off the boards. It'll bounce to the Ranger blue line. Puck went off of a Tampa forward. It comes to Carson Soucy, who activates up ahead on the left wing side. Soucy trying to dance to the goal. Johansson makes a save.
Look like Bobby Orr there.
Wow, what moves by Carson Soucy. Now Noah Laba plays it up top for Borgen. Gets it to Sheary on the right wing side, trying to shake off big Curtis Douglas. Down low for Laba in the left wing corner. Noah Laba leaned on by Max Crozier. Sabourin will poke it down the ice out of the reach of Vakanainen. This will be icing with 16:57 to go. And boy, Carson Soucy feeling himself on that rush up the ice, Dave. He dances through and gets a good shot on Jonas Johansson.
So what's one of the things that we've talked about with the Rangers is taking the ice available, taking your ice, and that's exactly what Soucy did. He came across the line. He had about 10 feet to play with, so he took it. By the time he took it, he had gained some more speed, and he had a couple of D that were a little bit of flat-footed, so he had the leeway in good ice to try to make a play one-on-one with the risk of a turnover not being very dangerous.
Face off to Johansson's left, won by Carrick. Edstrom will kick it to the line for Schneider. Down low, Radish, leaned on by Lilleberg. Lilleberg tumbles down to the ice. Radish finds it, right wing corner. Edstrom in there as well for the Rangers. 4 bodies to his side, dig away. Now a third Tampa forward, it's in there. It's Jack Finley. Puck went off the skates of Carrick, comes to him. He takes it back to the right wing point. Carrick's shot on the traffic was blocked on the way in by Douglas, comes out to neutral. Schneider's got it, D-to-D, Vakanainen.
That's one of those plays where Carrick, with no room at the right point and being a right shot, he should have just put the puck down the wall. He tried to force one through, as we get a whistle for a hand pass in the neutral zone. He tried to force one through, and he almost put off a shin guard, which could have gone the other way for a quick strike.
Rangers hockey on ESPN New York is brought to you by your local Honda dealers. 16:21 to go in the third period. I'm Alex Thomas alongside Dave Starman. Rangers leading 5-3 here tonight in Tampa. First of 2 straight on the road. Will be in Columbus on Saturday night. And then back home at the Garden on Sunday against the Detroit Red Wings, who the Rangers knocked off last Friday night in Detroit.
As I put on social media a couple of days ago, this is the Frozen 4 tour here of former sites. Did a couple here in Tampa. Did a Frozen 4 in Columbus, Ohio back in 2005. That was the all WCHA, which is no longer in existence on the men's side. That was the all WCHA Frozen 4 with North Dakota, Minnesota, Colorado College, and Denver. And Denver won that one, the second of back-to-backs.
Gavrikov off the stick of Panarin, deep into the Lightning zone. Radish moves it ahead. Knocked down by Gonzalez. Turned it over, Panarin. Fires it down low. A high shot from Trocheck went off the left shoulder of Johansson. Nikita Kucherov spins away from Panarin. Up ahead for Kachuk, enters in on the right wing side, drops to Gonzalez. Shot toward the goal, easily gloved down by Shesterkin. He thought about playing it there for a second, Dave, but thinks better of it and hangs on with Boris Kachuk on the doorstep.
Discretion is always the better part of valor, and while Shesterkin is a good puck-handling goalie who can get the puck out of his glove, down on the ice, and into shooting position pretty quick, when he grabbed this one, there's a little traffic coming through, and he was about to put it down. He had Fox right in front of him. So instead of trying to put it down and do something, he made the better of the plays and held on to it.
Rangers right now with a shot edge of 4-1 here in this period. Chernak off the draw, right wing side for the Lightning. His shot in the traffic. They've grazed the stick of Gergensen. Another chance in front for Gergensen, but it was kicked away on the right pad of Shesterkin on a shot from the left wing. Point up to the blue line. It misses Chernak, goes all the way down the ice. Will Cooley will pressure Chernak, who peeks over his shoulder. He's got a little bit of space. Chernak up the boards. This is Gensel left wing side. Was run into by Miller, but Gensel now plenty of room to leave it for Braden Point. Miller's still back there. Point gets away from him, takes it up to his own blue line. Now Gensel, right wing side into the Rangers zone. Gensel forced to the outside by Soucy. He's still got it as the former Penguin, Jake Gensel. Gensel left wing, plays it up top. Chernak now right wing side. Braden Point trying to spin away from Panarin. Out in front, check that was Dastu, not Point with the nice moves in the right wing, but the Rangers able to come away with it, and it's Panarin one-on-one against Chernak. Panarin pulls up, trailer, carrying in, Vakanainen, center, Trocheck, a shot, he scores! Make it 2 for Vincent Trocheck, 6-3 New York, 5:03 into the third period, and there's that next goal you were talking about, Dave. Rangers balloon the lead to 3, great passing, Panarin, Vakanainen, and Trocheck.
You called it. It was tic-tac-toe as they came across the line. They score off the rush with great speed, and it all came off of really good defense of middle ice in their own zone. So in the defensive zone, they take away the guts, make a really good defensive play in a high-danger area, and then they expose the high-danger area of Tampa by scoring from 15 feet dead out on a really good play that crosses the Royal Road. It gets back to Trocheck up on top, and he wasted no time. That was excellent puck distribution and release by the Rangers. Catch and release works all the time.
Feels like the Rangers have had a lot of good looks in those high danger areas tonight, Dave. And this, you and I talked about at the intermission, an untested Tampa defense. And without Victor Hedman, without Ryan McDonough, 2 of their stalwarts, and the Rangers have taken advantage tonight. Bjorkstrand takes a return feed and fires one on goal. Shesterkin has saved the rebound. Another chance, and Shesterkin's got it with the glove. Yanni Gordon, the second chance look from the left wing side. And after a couple of saves on Bjorkstrand, Shesterkin up to the task on Yanni Gourde.
Borkstrand, really good shot. He put it in an area where Shesterkin was going to have trouble catching it. So it went off his pad on a shot from the right wing side, and then Gourde went right to the net and grabbed the rebound as he was drifting to the left. And Shesterkin, knowing he was one-on-one, closed the gap and took the puck into his glove.
14:33 to go here in the third period. 2 goals for Vincent Trocheck, most recent one, 5:03 here, the third from Vakanainen, his 3rd assist of the season. And how about Artemi Panarin, Dave? 4 assists tonight. That's his 11th of the year. And you combine that with the 2 goals he scored Monday, he is on a heater right now.
Panarin, when he's passing the puck and gaining the zone doing it, is first of all getting a little deeper into the offensive zone, so he's not in high-risk areas when he makes that cross-ice pass. Second of all, I don't think there's a player in the league better at letting the rush go past them to let it even up.
Sabourin, a shot stopped by Shesterkin. The rebound, Shesterkin got that too. Swung back up to the blue line. Emil Lilleberg shot on the traffic, saved by Shesterkin, and then Sabourin with an extra hack at Shesterkin, and Gavrikov knocks him down hard, drags him right into the left wing circle. Fox is tied up with, I believe, Yanni Gourde. Oliver Bjorkstrand's got a dance partner as well. That's Will Cooley. And Vladislav Gavrikov coming immediately to the assistance of his goaltender. That was an extra hack from Scott Sabourin. Shesterkin didn't like it. He and Gavrikov knock him down hard. Sabourin still barking at somebody as he's going to be sent off to the penalty box with 13:57 to go here in period 3.
Well, you know what? Good for Igor for defending himself. Sabourin came in, and I like what Sabourin did. His team's losing 6-3. They need a little pulse here as they have been absolutely flatlined this period. The Rangers have taken it away from them.
Oh, see. Thought they were going to announce the penalty there for us. My apologies.
But I like the fact that Sabourin got in there and disturbed it a little bit, but I love the fact that Igor stood up for himself, and then came the cavalry.
Here's the call.
Tampa penalty 46, 2 minutes for slashing. Ranger penalty number 44, 2 minutes for roughing, 2 minutes for cross-checking.
I'll tell you, I get the 2 for roughing. I'm a little surprised that it looks like Tampa's going to get a power play out of this, but we'll talk about it on the other side of this timeout. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Attention Rangers fans, let's talk winning off the ice. ThriveWell Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge infusion therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. At ThriveWell, patients receive care, comfort, convenience, and compassion so they can get back to cheering for their favorite teams. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, ThriveWell offers private state-of-the-art infusion suites along with breakaway treatment from our highly trained medical team. Find out more at ThriveWellInfusion.com. That's ThriveWellInfusion.com. Saving lives drip by drip.
Experience the sophisticated taste of the best single malt whiskey in the world, the Macallan, founded in 1824. The Macallan is renowned worldwide for its extraordinary single malt whiskeys. Their outstanding quality and distinctive character reveal the uncompromised excellence they pursue. Whether your taste is sherry, oak, or double cask, the Macallan single malt whiskey is for you. Pick up the Macallan today at your nearest liquor store. The Macallan, the single malt whiskey against which all others must be judged. Crafted without compromise. Please savor the Macallan responsibly.
Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers, are here to help with your heat and water heating needs. Hockey season is the perfect time to replace that beast in your basement, that old, inefficient boiler, with a highly efficient Peerless Boiler. It's a perfect match for homes, apartments, commercial buildings, you name it. Get all the heat you need efficiently and save on your energy bill all year long. Learn more about the entire Peerless Boiler family of products and to find a local installer near you. Just visit PeerlessBoilers.com and remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Rangers leading 6-3 from Benchmark International Arena in Tampa. And before the break, Scott Sabourin with an extra hack at the Ranger goaltender Igor Shesterkin. Shesterkin didn't like it. And I really, really like Vladislav Gavrikov coming to the aid of his goaltender and knocking Scott Sabourin down into the left wing circle.
Absolutely. Now, Mike Sullivan is getting an explanation from the officials on why it's a double minor on Gavrikov. And I like how Sullivan is handling this. It's really good demeanor. He's kind of kept his hands in his pockets and is just, he's just kind of chatting with the official on it. There was a big scrum in front of the net. I think that giving the double minor there is reinventing the wheel just a little bit. You probably give it 2 for 2 and play on, and all is well and good.
That's what I thought we were going to see, to be honest with you. Lightning are 0 for 1 on the power play tonight. And Dave, interesting here that in their 16th game of the season, they come into tonight 20th in the league in the power play. Not something we're used to from this Lightning team. Obviously, the injuries with some of the key guys out contribute to that.
Well, they scored 2 on the power play opening night. Then they went through a couple of slumps of 1 for 20 and 4 for 43. So it really hasn't been good there. Last couple of games has been pretty good for them.
Adam Edstrom serving the extra penalty. Remember, he served the tripping call against Shesterkin in the second period. Face off to the left of Shesterkin.
This, with the injuries that they're having right now, this all is going to run through Kucherov on the right dot.
And guess who's got it? Nikita Kucherov, who tumbles down to the ice, was tied up by JT Miller. Oliver Bjorkstrand on the left wing side. Bjorkstrand leaned on by Borgen, comes up to the blue line. Dastu takes a hit from Miller, sent in deep by Gensel. Shesterkin's got it. He's going to try and clear it himself, and he does. Shesterkin all the way down the ice, and that'll kill a couple more seconds. And first 25 have already bled off this second penalty to Gavrikov, who got a cross-check and a roughing penalty.
Somebody should give Jeff Malcolm, the goalie coach, a drink of water right now, because that would have given me dry mouth watching what Shesterkin just did. A little bit of traffic around him, but he got away with it.
This is Oliver Bjorkstrand. That's it to Darren Radish. Well, in his last season as a goalie coach in Hartford, Jeff Malcolm watched his team clinch a playoff berth on a Louis Domingue empty net goalie goal. That, when you look at it at first, Dave, it doesn't look great off the hop, but it ends up working out. Gensel, right wing side, sends it down low. Kucherov trying to swipe it out in front. Rangers clear it to the line, not out. Darren Radish settles it down. Radish plays it down low. Kucherov up top. Radish, there's a shot. Save Shesterkin. Rebound. Shesterkin looking for it. Where is it? Sits out in front. Nobody can get there. Finally, Point jams it wide. And it's eventually chipped up into the netting with 44 seconds to go on the penalty. That puck just kind of sat there, and finally Braden Point, through all kinds of traffic, a few pairs of legs, able to poke it wide.
Well, Shesterkin gave up a rebound here, which is a little uncharacteristic of him, because it went right to his glove, and he dropped it. The one thing you want your goalie to do is hold on to anything they can. The less wear and tear that your D-core has to deal with in terms of hacks and whacks clearing the crease, the better.
Rangers lose the D-zone draw. Radish's shot hits something on the way in. Comes to Borgen shorthanded. Moves it up ahead, trying to feed Zibanejad. It's out of his reach down the ice.
Now, I understand that sounds, that's kind of obvious, Dave. But what I'm saying is over the long term of 82 games, you eliminate 5 or 6 hacks and whacks per each defenseman on loose rebounds that they don't have to deal with. That matters a whole lot when you want to be fresh for the playoffs.
Point trying to dance in, lost a handle, came right to Shesterkin. And for the second time in this penalty kill, Shesterkin does it himself, clears it down the ice with now a dozen seconds left on the second Gavrikov penalty that Edstrom is serving.
Malcolm, by the way, was a pretty good puck-handling goaltender during his time at Yale.
Kucherov bouncing at the blue line. Noah Laba pestering him. That'll do it. Edstrom is freed. Lightning 0 for 2 in the power play. And
Too many men.
Yeah, I think there's 6 Lightning out there. There's the call from behind the play. And now the Rangers going to go right to the power play with 11:54 to go. Scott Sabourin, by the way.
Tampa penalty, bench minor, too many men on the ice.
I'll tell you what, when you're wearing darker sweaters, it is so much more obvious that there's too many men on the ice than when you're wearing the lighter ones. It's just an optics thing. When Tampa just made an awful line change. When they were bringing the puck towards their bench, decided to go for a change, and way too many guys jumped. It wasn't even an in the neighborhood thing. It was a little different zip codes as they approached the bench there in terms of spacing.
Sabourin, by the way, has been freed after his slashing minor, so Gavrikov is out in the first whistle after the 10:03 mark. So the Rangers will go to the power play, 1 for 2 tonight. Remember, Jonas Johansson now in net for the Lightning. Face off to his left. Andrei Vasilevsky chased after 40 tonight after giving up 5 goals. Rangers with 1 here in the third against Johansson.
There are nights you can give up 5 and still be really good. This was a night where he gave up 5 and he wasn't really good.
Zibanejad trying to feed it up ahead, intercepted by Mosier. Remember, the Lightning scored late in the first period. Their last goal was a shorthanded strike from Jake Gensel. And now an errant pass is turned over, and J.J. Mosier takes it the other way, shorthanded. He's got Yanni Gord on the left wing side, takes it in behind the Ranger goal. Gord trying to feed the trailer. Gensel got by him, got by Mosier all the way down the ice.
So remember, we just talked about Panarin gaining the blue line, getting inside that gray zone, 5 feet inside the line. He gets a little deeper, and now he's making those cross-ice passes with more effectiveness. That one was 2 feet outside the blue line, and he almost gift-wrapped a breakaway. It's just real important to gain the zone with some depth before making that kind of pass.
Panarin dances in. He's already got 4 assists tonight. Drops it to Zibanejad. Now Fox, right wing side Miller. JT Miller wanders into the right wing circle, gives it to Will Cooley. Back to Miller. Cooley had the power play goal, 109 in. Miller plays it back to the point for Fox. Now Miller, his shot. Johansson the save. Rebound picked up by Lilleberg, trying to get around Panarin. He does. Emil Lilleberg's going to move up the ice. Right wing side. He's got Gensel with him. Drops it. Gensel, right wing circle. He shoots, saves Shesterkin. Bobbled it for a moment, but he gloves it down with 10:31 to go.
Jake Gensel's just an amazing player. He's got great speed. He's got great hands. Played his college hockey at the University of Nebraska, Omaha, while his dad was the associate head coach at the University of Minnesota. And Gensel, Mike Sullivan telling us this morning, certain players just not afraid to play with great players. Said, I had no fear of putting Jake Gensel on the line with Sidney Crosby when he first got to Pittsburgh, and it worked out great for Gensel with a couple of cups with the Penguins.
Gensel coming over in the offseason 2024, same offseason that Steven Stamkos left for Nashville. Connor Sheary plays it off Mosier as Julian Brisebois, the general manager here in Tampa, changing the complexion a little bit. And what a fit Gensel's been. Alexis Lafreniere curls in. Lafreniere, a shot. Save made. The rebound picked up by Gord. He'll move it up the left wing side. Chip this down the ice. 9 seconds left in the power play. Schneider will collect, and the Rangers will fall to 1 for 3 on the power play tonight, but still leading by 3 with under 10 to go.
Good puck movement. A couple good looks on that one.
Schneider plays it up ahead. Out of the reach of Panarin. Lilleberg. Trocheck and Lafreniere working down low. Gord able to get it free. Crozier, left wing corner, leaned on by Sheary. Puck comes up the boards, kept in. Carson Soucy. He's had an effective night tonight on the blue line for the Rangers. Trocheck knocked down by Crozier. Picked up by Sheary. Banked off the left wing boards. Lafreniere now across the ice. Soucy, backdoor for Sheary. Couldn't tap it on goal. Foot race. Crozier wins it. 9:20 to go in the hockey game. Leaves it for Lilleberg. 6-3 Rangers, your score. Lightning with a 32-18 edge in shots. And sneaky big storyline in this game, Dave, has been the play of Igor Shesterkin.
No question. He saved the bacon in period number 2.
Puck turned over. Laba turns, fires, missed it wide by Johansson's blocker. Adam Edstrom working right wing corner. Puck knocked down by Sabarin. Believe the next whistle as we get a turnover. Hold on. Here's Edstrom, backhand over the glove of Johansson. That's when Gavrikov will be free, the next whistle. Laba trying to play it up the boards, but it's taken away by Braden Point. Good stick work by Edstrom, knocked Point off the puck. Laba picks it up. Drops it back for Vakanainen in his own blue line. He'll retreat into his own zone. Rangers making changes, 8:35 to go. Rangers leading 6-3, looking for their NHL leading 8th win on the road. And looking to move 2 games over 500. They'll be in Columbus on Saturday night. Blue Jackets coming off a heartbreaker the other night in Edmonton. As Cooley sends it down the left wing side.
Blue Jackets assistant coach is New Jersey native Mike Haviland, who won a Stanley Cup as the assistant coach of the Chicago Blackhawks. And the Haviland name in New Jersey, especially in the youth hockey and junior hockey world, is legendary.
This is Miller up ahead, down the ice. This will be icing if it reaches. It does not. Oh, that would have been a perfect curling shot in February, Dave, at the Olympics. Vakanainen takes a bump from Gage Gonzalez. That'll kill more Glock. Puck pops loose, side of the goal. Gensel shot off. Schneider rebound comes to Trocheck. He's got a little bit of room up ahead for Lafreniere. Across center. Lafreniere, left wing side. Panarin looking to go down low for Trocheck. It was broken up by Gensel into the right wing corner.
And you saw where he made that pass from. He was a good 6-7 feet inside the line, right in the safety area, where he can put that pass through. And once again, Panarin waits for the middle lane drive to get through, and then tries to find the F3, the third forward coming in for the pass. Just so smart at being able to gain a zone with disadvantage in numbers and then turn it into an even or even plus man attack.
4 more assists tonight for Panarin. He's up to 16 points in the season. And all of a sudden, in this, the 18th game, he's closing in on a point per game production pace. 6 points in his last 2. Bjorkstrand right wing side will fire this around the boards. J.J. Moser waiting for it, left wing point, volleys it back down low. Bjorkstrand lets it go. Yanni Gord right wing side, 6:48 to play in the hockey game. Rangers still up by 3. They scored 6 on Monday night. They have 6 here tonight. An offensive explosion for New York as Noah Laba carries it in right wing side. Here's Adam Edstrom, his shot off the leg of, I believe it went off Darren Radish and into the corner. Bjorkstrand picks it up, chipped it around Schneider, but there to clean up the loose change is Adam Fox inside of his own blue line. Pass out of the reach for Edstrom, no icing, Chernak's got it. Eric Chernak will drop this back to Nikita Kucherov. Up towards center ice for Braden Point. Volleyed back into the Lightning zone, however, by Will Cooley. Chernak's pass hops off the left wing boards. Dastu. Now up ahead, here comes Point with a head of steam. He shoots and he pushed it wide. Great stick by Braden Schneider.
You called it. Schneider with a great track back.
Now Kucherov trying to play it in front, went off of Schneider. To the right of Shesterkin, Cooley's backhander. This will go down the ice. This will be icing with 5:53 to go. Hockey season is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless Boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. Peerless Boilers, the world's best boilers. Is taking a look down from our booth, Dave, and tonight, 425th straight sellout, 19,092 in here, and a lot of them heading to the exits now with their Lightning down 3.
Okay, so remind me on a heading to the exit story on the next whistle. You're going to love this one.
All right. Face off to the left of Shesterkin. JT Miller for New York. Braden Point for Tampa. What a fine Point was in the 2014 draft. 79th overall in the 3rd round. And it's turned into a mainstay for this Lightning team.
Every scout has got at least 1 or 2 real good ones like that on their resume. And it's great when you find them.
Gensel's backhander ends up. There goes Johansson to the bench. The Lightning going with the extra attacker as Radish's shot is knocked down. I believe it got caught up in the gear of Jake Gensel with 5 minutes and 38 seconds to play in period 3. When we return, looks like the Lightning going to go. We got a penalty here. Hold on.
2 minutes hooking.
So the Lightning will get a power play, and we'll see if they do elect to go 6-on-4 on the other side of this timeout. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York in the MSG Radio Network.
Your home for the biggest stories in the league is SiriusXM NFL Radio.
This is Bob Papa from Airing It Out. Week 11 is here with some massive matchups, including Seahawks-Rams, Chiefs-Broncos, and Lions-Eagles.
A.J. Brown above a touchdown!
The playoff picture is starting to take shape, and we're talking about it with you.
Mike McDonald, I tell you, he's done an outstanding job with the Seahawks.
SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Historic hockey moments.
Game 8 of Super Series 76 coming to you from the Spectrum.
January 11th, 1976, the Philadelphia Flyers play host to the team known as the Red Army team of the Soviet Union.
They are leaving the ice. They're going to go. They're going home. Come out, and in about 40 seconds worth of hockey time, the Flyers have scored.
And the Broad Street Bullies would never look back after that one, winning 4-1 to become the only NHL team in the 4-game series to beat the Red Army.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. Historic hockey moments on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
After scoring 4 goals in Game 38 for his 45th on the season, on December 30th, 1981, the great one Wayne Gretzky and his Edmonton Oilers hosted the Philadelphia Flyers in Game 39 of the season.
Gretzky, will he shoot? He does! He scores! Wayne Gretzky's 50th goal in 39 games!
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Benchmark International Arena is the site in Tampa, Florida, alongside Dave Starman and Alex Thomas. 5:38 to go in period 3, and Adam Fox in the penalty box. The Lightning will go to the power play, and Dave, they're going to go 6-on-4 as Jonas Johansson has retreated to the bench. And this is last call for the Lightning, down by 3. They got a 2-skater advantage, just under 6 minutes to go. John Cooper being aggressive.
It's always the power play +1 when you go 6-on-5. This will be the power play +1 against 4. And it's interesting here because normally when it's 5-on-4, it's really 5-on-5 because the goalie counts. This is the one time where it's a real man advantage because somebody's going to be open the entire time.
Miller wins the draw, but the Lightning able to gain possession. Comes to the line, Darren Radish gives it on across. Radish takes the return feed. Dishes over left wing side. Bjorkstrand fanning the shot. Back up top for Radish. Radish, his shot off of the skates of Jake Gensel, poked away by Gavrikov. Up the boards, Nikita Kucherov, right wing side. Into the slot, takes a pass to Gensel in the right wing circle. Now up top, Kucherov. One-timer missed wide off the stick of Darren Radish. Comes on the right wing to Gensel. Plays it up top for Kucherov. Radish retreats to the blue line. 5:05 to go in the game. Kucherov 6-on-4. Pass across. There's a shot from Bjorkstrand and sliding left to right to make the save is Shesterkin.
Shesterkin knew that shot was coming before it was even taken. He was there to meet it.
This is Bjorkstrand on the left. Down low for Gensel. Back to Bjorkstrand. 110 on the power play. Radish. Bjorkstrand. Down for Gensel. He's got Gonzalez in front. Gensel instead dishes off. Bjorkstrand up top again. Radish. Right wing side. Kucherov. Kucherov across. Bjorkstrand couldn't get a shot away. Bjorkstrand up top. Radish and the traffic missed it wide. Bounced off the end boards. Comes back to Bjorkstrand on the left wing. Up top for Radish. Down low Kucherov. Bottom of the right wing circle. Across for Bjorkstrand. A shot. Getting a piece of it with Shesterkin. Bjorkstrand turned it over. Gavrikov to the empty net. He'll miss, but no icing with the Lightning on the power play.
Rangers needed that one. They were way at the end of a shift. Shesterkin gives them a couple of big saves. Tampa was able to seam it a couple of times. Shesterkin saw it the whole way.
Braden Point will chip this around Vincent Trocheck. Point up the boards. Waiting left wing side. It's Bjorkstrand. Leaned on by Cooley. Backhanded out to neutral. It went off the stick of Kucherov, so did not reach the Lightning zone. Now Gensel, 15 on the power play. Ahead for Point. Went off of Schneider. Back to Gensel, right wing side. To the blue line, Darren Radish. Across. One-timer from Bjorkstrand over the right shoulder of Shesterkin, kept in on the right wing by Kucherov. Radish quickly down low. Gensel across. There's a shot from Bjorkstrand. Never reached the goal. Radish. Kucherov. Penalty time is up. Rangers 3 for 3 on the kill. Bjorkstrand's shot hit something on the way in. Adam Fox has it now for the Rangers. Pestered by Kucherov. Swiped up ahead by Soucy. Not out. 6 on 5. Kucherov across. Bjorkstrand healed on the shot. Was more of a knuckler heading toward the net. This is Kucherov up top. Radish. Bjorkstrand once more in the left wing circle. He holds, he waits, he shoots. May have kissed the goalpost and caught Shesterkin. Now Kucherov, one-timer. Bjorkstrand blocked by Schneider. Net is still empty. 6 on 5 and a 6-3 lead here for the Rangers. Kucherov gets it to Point. Now down low. Gensel. Kucherov up top. Radish a drive. Knocked away. Shesterkin comes to Bjorkstrand. On the left wing, Bjorkstrand. Radish. Kucherov trying to feed Point. Comes to Bjorkstrand. His shot knocked down on the way in by his own man, Gonzalez. The Rangers will clear. This will be icing as the clock stops with 2:42 to go. Rangers gave up a lot of zone time there, Dave, but it never felt like the Lightning really threatened, even though they were all over the Rangers zone. Just nothing grade A, really.
Well, it took away Kucherov on the right wing side, so that opened up Bjorkstrand for a couple of really good chances. Shesterkin made 2 saves that were just outrageous on this one. They were both from a little bit of distance, but they were through traffic, both on the ice, and he kicked out the left leg on both of them. Right now, Kucherov, they finally made a full change, but Kucherov had been out there for 3.5 minutes. The Rangers' entire group's been out there for about 1:30. Other than Fox, they need a change.
Remains a 6 on 5 scenario here with Johansson on the bench as J.J. Moser's got it on the left wing. Lightning down 3 here, trying to find something late. Dastu gets it to Gord. Pass back to Gord, intercepted by Trocheck. Backhander down the ice for the hat trick. It's just going to miss, and it's going to be icing again with 2:22 to play in the hockey game.
Rangers will keep. Well, actually, they have to keep the same 5 on because of the icing as Trocheck went there, so now it's getting a little long on the tooth.
There's a conversation, Dave, in front of the Lightning bench. Jack Finley, I believe, was trying to draw a penalty for a high stick and was motioning to one of the officials as if he had been hit in the mouth and he was bloodied, but he's staying out there, so, and there's no call.
And all he did was give the Rangers a chance to rest.
Gord up top for Dastu, right wing side Gord, leaned on by Trocheck, went off of Cooley, comes to Fox, up ahead for Cooley. This is a foot race. Will Cooley, he scores. The extra point is good. 7-3 New York. Second of the night for Will Cooley. This one into an empty net. And any intrigue that remained is gone. 2:11 to go. Rangers up by 4 and closing in on their league-leading 8th win on the road.
A lot of fans of the Blue Shirts here at Benchmark tonight, and a whole bunch of them in the section right in front of us, and they just explode on the goal by Cooley. It was a really good last 45 seconds or so of Rangers defensively in terms of keeping tight gaps, protecting the middle of the ice. The third period, biggest difference to me, the Rangers controlled the hard area in front of Shesterkin, even when they were outnumbered 6 on 4.
Emil Lilleberg, left wing side, so Cooley gets the empty netter. That will solidify the Rangers' 8th road win of the year, passing Los Angeles for the most in the NHL. They have been dominant away from home. That's now 5 straight once this one goes final with 1:50 remaining. Carrick on the left wing side, trying to cut to the net to the forehand, couldn't get a shot away. Crozier was all over him. Edstrom tried to play it to the point, but Finley was there for the Lightning. He'll take it to center and dump this in deep. Well, it didn't work out, but I really liked the aggressiveness going 6-on-4 down 3 if you're John Cooper with just under 6 to go in the hockey game.
Oh, gosh, why not? You got nothing to lose.
Yeah, at that point, Kachuk, backhand, into the slot, shot, knocked away off the bid from Mosier by Shesterkin. Loose puck right wing side for Chernak. You can hear a Let's Go Rangers chant coming up from those who remain here at Benchmark International Arena. Gonzalez shot, clipped the stick of Gabe Perreault, floats into the left wing corner. Sherry there for New York, up ahead for Perreault. Left wing side, he'll tap it deep into the Lightning end. You mentioned it, Dave. There's a lot of blue shirt fans in this building here tonight.
So I was thinking to myself, a lot of people came down maybe for vacation. Then I thought to myself, half the state of New York lives in Florida anyway. They're probably all former New Yorkers just living here.
Off of Crozier, this is kept in left wing side by Finley. Not a bad place to end up in.
No, Tampa, nice city.
A lot of chance for Igor Shesterkin, who gave up 3 in the first and then locked it down tonight, Dave. He was terrific, especially in that second period, when this game was still very much in doubt with a 4-3 Ranger lead.
I'm a big believer as a head coach, if you think your guy is a number one and he's shaky, let him pull himself out of it. It's something you need as you build towards the playoffs, the ability to shake off a bad start and pull a game together. And I like the fact that Mike Sullivan continued with Shesterkin.
Here's Adam Edstrom to the goal. Couldn't get a shot away. Was tied up by Lilleberg. Johansson will play it out to center, and the Rangers will win their league-leading 8th on the road. They put up a 7 spot and win it 7-3 here tonight in Tampa. This game is final. The Rangers win.
A crazy first period. Tampa dominates the second period. Shesterkin